Whitney,
Rude.
you just got him so many more subs just using that.
We have to wait for Jess to actually join.
It's fine while we're waiting for that. It's been a while since we played, so does anyone remember what was going on?
We were talking to the elves after we had just run away from the so-called god of
So-called god of what?
chaos.
No, that wasn't the god of chaos. That was a summon.
Either way, we had just run away from him.
Okay.
How do we know it's a summon?
Because Sasuke's smarter than you.
Oh, Jesus.
Maybe Natalia doesn't meta.
Well, the meta's incorrect anyway, so you can keep going.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, so we go explore that cave and we find the King of Geffen like crashed in the center, and we have that whole little ordeal where we kill the demon, and there's the cool like cereal imbued me with something that I passed on to Sasuke and let him shoot through the barrier and kill the demon. And then we tried to like nope out, and then whatever that fucking Reaper looking like thing is, like teleported in front of us. And
wanted the book.
That thing's spoopy as fuck.
Everyone
I did
wants
like no
the damn
damage
book.
to it. Anyway, so Shirazi threw the book for him to go fetch, and we booked it out of there. And then went out and like was kind of like just briefly checking out what was going on, and apparently everyone's praising Zerilius, and I'm just over here like fucking Zerilius. We talked to the elves and told them that the king is dead. Well, we believe the king is dead. He's probably dead.
The king told us to seek out Amara. He wants Amara to succeed him.
That's all
But
true.
apparently it sounds like they're doing some
Zerilius is hatching
weird. Yeah, I think Zerilius is like trying to steal fucking. He wants to become king, I think.
What?
What? No way.
It's preposterous.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think Zerilius is really Zerilius. I think he's imposterous.
That's insanity. Okay, yeah. So you guys can have finished up that conversation with the elves. Basically, that was just about like they offered you an invitation to the Elven Kingdom.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. They invited us to the.
Yeah, to like bring them in on like to help. Basically, is the idea. Because they're like, nah, we ain't fucking with your shit. But then you guys are like, hey, you probably should fuck with our shit. But then they said like, oh, you guys will have to come convince them to do so. But yeah, it's pretty late after all this crazy shit has happened. So do you guys just want to like turn in for the night, or do you want to do anything specifically other than?
Well, I mean, we do need to talk about what we're gonna do next. So
yeah, so you guys can gather
we could probably do that in the morning, though.
Sure. So like the town in general is kind of like in disarray. There's like a lot of destruction and stuff, but there's like it's a huge city, so you can find like an inn that wasn't like impacted pretty much, and you can like sleep there if you so wish.
I want to find my Pegasus and see if it's dead.
Oh, I thought you forgot about it.
No.
So where did you leave it?
I'm pretty sure it was at the inn we were staying at.
Which inn were you guys staying at?
I don't remember. I think it was like the.
Did you guys pick the expensive one or the cheap one? I think I gave you a choice.
I think we picked the expensive one. I'm pretty sure we went to the expensive.
Roll me a D100 for the expensive inn. Okay, yeah, you guys head back there, and the inn was pretty much untouched from the attack. Luckily, your Pegasus is still there.
I was gonna say, how's the Pegasus looking?
Pegasus, bro.
Right? We don't give a shit about the inn.
The inn is fine too. Yeah, like in this general area, it just seemed like it wasn't hit with any like attack or anything like that.
5 minutes. 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 5 min
I'm gonna go feed my Pegasus.
Just as a reminder, if this lines up with what you guys think, it should be the night of the 16th. So tomorrow's the 17th. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, anything before bed, or do you guys just want to?
And I pray to Kala for guidance because I really don't like this Aurelius character. I don't like people who take advantage of situations like this for their own personal gain.
Well, you guys don't know
I don't
he's
think
doing
she'll
that.
actually. Yeah, we do.
How do you know?
It
was
doesn't.
just too convenient.
So like, I'm just saying this because I don't really like. Jaeger don't think this way, but Saska does. He doesn't think humans are worth. He can count on two fingers the number of humans that he thinks are worth a shit, and one of them's not even a human. So.
What are you praying to Kala for? Like, what are you doing? Are you just like concentrating on your holy symbol, or what are you doing?
The sad part is well, I have that cool thing that she sent to me. Not really a holy symbol; it was a divine focus, I guess we called it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm asking if I'm going to be doing the right thing because tomorrow I'm pretty much going to be trying really hard to get the council to not elect Zerilius to any kind of position of authority. You know, it's great that you'll see how it plays out tomorrow, but basically I'm going to kind of try and steer them away from doing that because frankly, Saska, even though he's only 19, thinks he knows better than all these council members.
True.
Most 19-year-olds would, honestly.
Just for the record, the meeting is the day after tomorrow.
Okay.
Just because it's like disarray.
Well, in the morning then, well, you let me know if anything passes during the night. I know what direction I want to go in the morning.
Are you guys all content with just sleeping? Or are you guys like taking watches? Like, I don't think it's weird to take watches in an inn. What are you guys doing? Are you just sleeping, or what are you guys doing?
I'm just gonna rest from the battle and just how difficult everything was.
Yeah. So
what kind of shape is the town in?
It's not like completely decimated, but it's
are there still people who are out there who are hungry, who have no shelter, that kind of thing? 'Cause that's the kind of thing Saska would probably go and like try and.
I mean,
help people.
Yeah, so like let's say the attack was like early afternoon into like late evening, so and it wasn't like devastating. It was just like, I don't know. Let's say like half the city has suffered damage.
Are there people I can help?
I mean, there's always people that probably could be helped, but it's not like there's like everyone's like crying in the streets.
I'm not doing it for like to drag the game on. I'm just doing it for RP purposes.
No, yeah,
I'll probably
for sure.
keep watch on myself.
Okay.
And then probably head out into town and see if there are, people who need food or stuff like that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. The only thing you'll notice when you're out, like you can find people to help, of course. Actually, roll me a d20. See if you find something.
Oh my god, I'm trying, I promise.
Or you can hit perception or whatever you want. I just need some sort of roll of you looking for things.
We can travel like 13 miles a day, right?
I don't.
Sorry, I was just trying to remember for something else I was looking at. I just can't remember.
It depends on your slowest movement.
I think we are going at 20.
20 is your slowest?
Like basing it, yeah.
Yeah, 16. You can do 16 miles a day.
16.
Unless you have like, unless you move faster than that. Okay, yeah. So you are helping people, and you'll just notice that there are like bands of like quote unquote like clerics, who like are helping people.
Do they have clothes?
No, they're not dark cloaked. They're just like they look like they are part of the church, like the Geffen stuff.
I do have a question for you. The pantheon of gods, do all races worship them? Like the dwarves, do they have their own pantheon? Do they have their own god?
No, the pantheon is universal. So yes,
Okay, thank you.
yeah. No, the dwarves don't have like their own separate gods or anything like that. Yeah. So you don't find anything special, but you were able to help like 2 or 3 people you saw that were. There's like one person who was hungry. You can help feed them, and then there's a person like stuck under some shit, and you helped them out. And
Right,
yeah.
that's what I do. But I basically do that all night.
Sure.
The spell allows me to go all night without.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you can, as you're helping people, actually, you will hear like as you're passing other people, helping other people, everyone's like talking about how they should all congregate in the inn you're staying in, as it's like one of the few inns that didn't get hit by anything really. So like a lot of people are going to be going there we'll be there the next night kind of thing to stay there. Yeah.
Okay. So in the morning, as everyone is getting up and I'm just coming back, I will go to the innkeeper.
Okay.
And I'm getting to my character sheet to see how much money I have. I will hand him. I'll hand him basically 20 platinum pieces
Whoa.
and say that these are for the refugees who will be coming here. Please make sure that they get at least some basic food, shelter if you can, please. And if he's a human, I'm trying really hard not to.
I'm trying to find out what this person is, because I'm pretty sure you met them before.
Make it a gnome. By the way, Saska likes gnomes and dwarves and halflings. Basically everything but humans and gnomes.
Give me a second to find it. I'm pretty sure you've met this person before.
Anyway, I removed 20 platinum pieces from my character sheet.
Oh my god. Anything else anyone wants to do?
No.
Is there like a court? Well, no, I guess I don't have time to do it. I was gonna set up a soup kitchen, but that takes a long time.
Jesus!
Look, Saska feels bad for these people. You know,
Why, they're nasty humans.
Saska's not a dick. He just doesn't like humans or elves. And we did not level up. Is that correct, or did we level up?
Yeah, I think we're like 2,000 away or something.
Yeah. Okay. I just making sure.
Let's level up today, guys. I need to level something up.
How much experience is Natalia worth if I kill her?
A lot.
More than it's worth for you to kill her with me protecting her.
Ooh.
How much is
And then I'm
Sarazi worth?
just gonna res as a vampire and kill you
See,
back.
but that's what you want. You want to be a vampire, right?
No.
You want to be
Wait, you guys are 2,000 away from level?
1800?
You should all be very similar experiences.
No, sorry. 2800-ish.
I'm at 48,225 of 51,000.
That's exactly what I meant.
Okay, apparently I didn't put an XP from last week. I
Okay,
think.
well, sorry, you don't get any then.
Yeah, fuck off.
Oh, Jesus. Why can I not find this thing?
You looking for her name? Because I'm pretty sure her name was like Shalelu or something. Ukulele or something.
Or Shillelagh.
Hey guys,
No.
what should I do for my my ability stat increase? Should I go for RP or should I go for power?
All
Probably
right,
gonna
we're
go
going
for
with
RP.
this. Short human male is the innkeeper named Anthony Garay.
Denozo? Oh, okay.
No.
Okay, I hand him 20 platinum pieces.
Yeah, so he won't.
Out and about town. I heard a lot of people saying that they were going to come here because it was the one functioning inn. I don't want this to cause a hardship on you, but I do want these people to receive some help. So here's, I say 200 gold pieces, but I hand him 20 flat.
Yeah, he thanks you, but he pushes it back and says, "No, it's all right. Zerilius has covered the entire inn for the refugees coming in."
Of course he has.
So I thank you, but the costs are covered, even your rooms. He's bought out the whole place. So he like pushes it back to you, so you can not give it to him.
Okay. Saska's not thrilled. That he doesn't have a good look on his face when he turns around.
And in fact, he's hired a bunch of entertainment and stuff for tomorrow night because a lot of people are going to be here. He's trying to take people's minds off everything that's happened. So if you're around, you should be here.
But trying to think how I want to say this.
Question. Escanor still doesn't have any idea of what was whispered to the other people here.
About what?
His family.
That is true.
Oh. That's okay. I'm going to bring that up as soon as we have our meeting over breakfast.
Yeah.
So I will go inside and order up a big breakfast waiting for everyone else to come.
Sure.
I'm ordering a Denver omelet for me and Natalia.
No. I'm ordering it before you get down there. So you have to eat.
I don't know if that's an innuendo or whatever, but I don't get it. But anyway.
Denver omelet has lots of meat.
Okay.
Yeah, I order plenty
I
of
still don't know if
sausage,
that's an
and bacon,
innuendo or
and
not.
eggs, and biscuits, and gravy.
I mean, I know how Natalia likes her meat.
Oh, okay. Do you though? The meat vendor probably knows that the best. Okay, yeah, you guys are reconvening over breakfast.
So Saska's gonna bring it up and say, "So I guess we have a couple options of what we do next." One, and I'm keeping my voice down. In fact, I'm looking. Is anyone actually paying attention?
No, everyone's like kind of keeping to themselves, and it's like a lot of people, so no one. It's like loud, and everyone's
I
like.
just
yeah.
wanted one person to be paying attention, so I could yell at him. But anyways, so he's gonna say, we do need to pick a person. to
Actually,
be
give me a
on the
perception
company.
check. Sorry.
You do realize this is Saska we're talking about. Wow, 32 is a.
Yes, it is actually. Give me a second.
Okay, I will give you just a moment. And remember, if it's a human, I get bonuses on that.
Okay. I need to make sure this does not roll in public because I don't want you to see if a name shows up or some shit.
Yeah. If it's Nabusu, I'm gonna be pissed.
It shouldn't show a name.
Does that mean a squirrel can sneak up on you?
I suppose it's possible. It was like a squirrel shaman, like level 10 squirrel shaman,
As long as it wasn't him.
right?
Oh shit.
Stealth 23.
Yeah, I'm not looking. If you want to get rid of that, I will not mouse over that to see it.
No, you can. I wanted you to see it. Like I just wanted the name to be there.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, not one.
His
Yikes.
name is
But you can't. You
His name
can't
is John.
naturally roll. His name is
Um,
Jongum. Jongum.
Yeah, you notice the elf from earlier, the one who like emptied an armory into that bin. He's off in the corner, kind of looking at you guys.
So, before you
But he's
continue,
alone. Sorry, go.
So Shiraze speaks up and says, "Before you continue, Sasuke, are you wanting our conversation to be private?"
I look at her and I say, "No one's really paying attention to us except for," and I point at the elf, except for him.
Okay.
So Shiraze's just gonna smile, and she's gonna cast this.
What the fuck is this?
The table no longer makes noise.
What? You protect an area against casual eavesdropping. What the fuck? I've never heard of it.
That's an awesome
What
spell.
the fuck? Increase by 20. Okay.
Wow, by 20. That's a lot.
So 25 is the DC to hear whispering, so 45 to hear you guys. I don't think it's possible, but I'll roll it just to see.
If it was a nope. Even I couldn't do that.
Yeah, well, I'll just roll it because he's trying anyway.
I'd have to roll a natural 24.
Where is this perception here? No
Wow.
dice.
No dice. Actually, 20-sided. Okay, so I say thank you, Shirase. So I figure we have a couple options here. One, we still need to find a council member for the. God, I don't remember what it's called now. The hidden
Wait, is this
path.
considered a trap? Then you'll have 49. No, I'm just kidding. There you go.
I was hoping to get Amara because you seem to want to vouch for her. She seems to be someone we would consider. Definitely, I don't trust Zerilius.
Shiraze is nodding. She's not adding anything. She's just listening, but she's nodding like, yeah, I trust her.
So that's something we need to take care of. We also have, there's supposed to be some bad stuff going on in these mountains to the east. Basically, I basically go over everything that you've gone over in one of the Discord channels.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's defiled ruins. We need to hit. I know Natalia wants to hit Payon.
Mm-hmm.
Which, and I kind of look at Natalia and I say, why did you want to go to Payon?
I have a standing meeting with someone near Payon, but it has to be on a certain day of the month.
Okay, and is that something we can make? Do we have to leave immediately, or?
It looks to be it's about a 15-day travel total to get to where I would need to meet, and I forget, John, and I would have to scroll through our conversation. Do you remember what day of the month?
15th.
Okay, so basically we would need to leave by
We've got
the
a couple
first
weeks
of the month. Yeah.
So we should discuss what we want to do. I think we want to take a hand in choosing the next person to rule Geffen, since the king specifically asked us to do so. I think we should honor his last wishes. Does anyone have any problems with that?
Shiraze nods and she's like, I'm to be honest, I'm a little uncomfortable. All these people seem to be hitting on Zerelius. I'm torn between wanting to find Amara as soon as possible and get her back here, and speaking up and letting people know what we're doing. Like, I don't want them to just say, oh yes, let's make Zerelius king before we have a chance to go get Amara, you know what I mean?
Well, I'm really hoping that the council aren't a bunch of sheep, like most people in this town, who are getting behind Zerilius, at the drop of a hat. I mean, yeah, he did some neat stuff, but at the same time, he wasn't inside a tomb facing some kind of, pseudo god and, a demon and watching the king die. If anything, one of us has more right to be king than he does.
So just to be clear, because I know it kind of like rushed with saying that stuff last time, you just have overheard the general sentiment that like everyone's like thankful to Zerilius for helping. Like it seems like he's put his name out there as he's gone out there and did stuff like that. Like you'll just walk by people and be like, oh, thank goodness Zerilius was here to like help us and stuff. Like
Well,
it's not like no one's saying like they want him as king. Like no one said that. Just to be clear. But yeah, sorry.
Okay.
And every time they say that, we're like, yeah, we gave him that wand,
But back to what we were talking about, Sasuke. You can't blame the common people. They don't know any better. They don't know the truth about everything that really happened. And even if they did, most people are too busy with their own, lives to really care about matters.
And to be honest, we don't even have any legitimate proof that Zerilius is a bad person. We just have our intuition and feelings that something's not right about him based off of things that we've seen, happen. And like the fact that he apparently was able to be captured so easily by those clerics that we mowed down, but he hasn't. The problem I see here is he hasn't done anything directly for us to be like, oh, he's a bad person because of this. We just have suspicion that he's sketchy and up to no good.
And he's not necessarily
So-
starting trouble in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Saska says, fair enough. But you don't even need a sense motive to realize that that's the furthest thing that from his mind that he's.
I agree. We just need to, we need to convince the council of what the king said, as well as, find Amara and make sure not only that she's safe, but that she's here, so that the king's wishes can be carried
Yeah,
out.
I mean, at the very least, I think we need to let them know that the king wished for Amara to be his successor. So if they still decide that they want to do the normal, like, what was it, like, basically like magical trial kind of like thing that they do,
Yeah.
that they need to at least wait until Amara is here to be able to participate.
And we also should let them know what happened. I mean, quite frankly, nobody knows what happened in that tomb but us.
True.
Well, there might be some people who know that, but the people who know that are probably bad people.
Also
So
true.
we should go to the council right after breakfast. What do you think? What do you say?
Yes.
Just a reminder, they aren't meeting until tomorrow morning, but you can like individually go to them, I guess, if you want.
Yeah, I was thinking we seek them out before the meeting so that they understand what the king's
We're
wishes
not
were.
gonna spring anything on them.
Okay.
Councils don't like things sprung on them.
Okay. Yeah. I did not
Did-
anticipate that, but sure, you can do that.
Is there anyone we can talk to say gather them or summon them to meet them all commonly? Do we have to go find them?
Yeah, like it would be impossible to summon the council to meet, especially when they're planning to meet tomorrow. But you could individually go to them, probably.
So are you talking go to each council member individually?
Yeah, there's no way you
That's
could be
a waste
like.
of time.
Well, I mean, like we can like fast forward through it. Like you can probably do it, but it'd probably take most of the day.
So Saska's gonna. So what else do we have that we're going to? What are we doing after the council? Day after tomorrow, where are we going?
So there's some things
Well,
I can bring up that
I-
you guys didn't mention yet, but you guys can keep going.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, I think it sort of depends on a little bit of what happens with the council, because what if they say, okay, we'll wait for Amara, but you gotta go find her? Then we gotta go find her, So,
Okay. So how about we
Yeah.
prepare? Because I know two of the things that Saska is interested in is one, going and finding the whatever it is in the Fail Ruins, Feil. I don't know how to pronounce that. So we could find a map on how to get there. And the other thing is, someone is saying that there's bad stuff going on in the Shadow Kananafwana Mountains. We can find a way to get there too.
Just a reminder, you have knowledge that there is a Naga in control of the Fail Ruins, supposedly,
Okay.
probably protecting that item. Maybe.
So how about we have a
And there's some other things you guys said you might want to do, but you haven't said it yet. So I don't know if you forgot. If you want me to remind you, but I don't want to like railroad you to it.
go ahead.
Someone mentioned to like see where Jet's at. So that's a thing you could try and do. Someone mentioned, I don't remember who said these things. I'm not like trying to be cryptic, but someone talked about talking to those two girls that you captured.
I think Sasuke wanted to kick them again.
And
I
I think
did
you guys
actually want to-
covered everything else I have in my notes. Oh, I have here like Ice Crown Mountains. Like you might want to go there eventually to see what's going on, but
Yeah.
that's not like a pressing thing.
Okay, so we're all discussing this. Saska lets it be known that he's more interested in possibly getting rid of the Naga because Nagas are yucky and they have a tendency to blight the area around them, or going to the what are they called? Shadow something?
Shadow Mountains.
The Shadow Mountains and taking care of that. But if it comes down to it, as far as the council is concerned, finding Amara would be I guess, our most important thing if they
How
want us to do that.
far away is Amara from where we are? Like,
We
how
don't
long
know
would
where
it-
Amara is.
Yeah, we don't know.
True.
Well, her last known position, I guess, is what I'm trying.
How would you know her last known position?
Because I
We have to
asked.
talk.
When we had our break and I went to go find her and I went to her apartment, I asked where she was.
And what did I tell you?
Look back.
I thought all you were told was that she was out on a mission basically for the king and it couldn't be disclosed where she was.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I didn't tell you anything.
Tell us? Didn't the king also tell us though where she was?
Maybe I don't remember. Did I tell you?
I thought the king.
I don't think he did, but
Yeah, I don't believe he did
I
either.
could be forgetting something.
Because in my head, I'm thinking that's something that if the council's going to want us to do, they're gonna disclose the location of where she is. That's what I was thinking.
She was sent to go do, so we have an idea of where she would have went.
Okay, so it kind of looks like we are basically waiting on what the council's going to say.
I was thinking that back when the king was telling me to go find her, basically he told me to go find her, not necessarily all of us.
He did, yep.
I was thinking that he told me where about she was, like where she was supposed to be. Cheeto.
I'm trying to remember if that is true. It sounds like it's true, but I just don't remember what I said, and I don't want to retcon.
Yeah, I am. You were correct.
No, I kind of remember that. I think you said she was in the Shadow Mountains. That's why I think that's where we're gonna go there.
Yeah, no,
yes.
I think the king. I think that was correct. I was just gonna say I was looking back on the RP of when I went to her apartment, and you're correct. I did not find out then, but I think that the king told me before he died, when he was basically telling me to go find her. He told me where she was supposed to be.
Did he? On his dying breath, he told you?
Not dying breath, but it was back when.
Was it when you were in the tower, or?
No, when we were in the cave.
Third to dying breath.
He was telling.
Oh yeah, then you healed him.
Telling us, yeah, I healed him, and he was like, he told me to go find Amara, that he wanted her to succeed us and or succeed him, and yeah. So.
I also want to be let it known that Saska has a slight problem with the fact that the king is dead. We never actually saw the king die. What we did see him do is try to encase that guy in a wall of lava. So,
just a casual wall of lava. Roll me an in check to try and remember.
Still,
Shraza.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't remember. Unless you want to meta and go back and see what exactly I told you, but
I'm gonna go look on the stream.
I think Shirazi just can't remember.
It was traumatic.
It was.
To have memory gaps in stressful situations.
True.
Well, I'll spend the day going and trying to do a little bit of research on Naga, so if we end up for any reason heading that direction, we have an idea of what we're up against.
Okay. I'm going to do the same, but Shadow Mountains to see what I can find out.
Interesting. No one wanted to check up on Jet?
I wanted to check up on Jet.
Okay. I don't want to push you guys. I just remember you guys mentioned those things.
No, actually, that's where when we were stopping to talk to the elves, we were headed to see if we could locate Jet, see if he was okay after the attack.
Okay. And did you not want to go see the prisoners as well, or no?
That was Saska's.
Also, when we break up to go do our respective things, is the elf still there, and is he still trying?
I think in the middle of your conversation, he will go to leave, which you can notice. So if you want to follow him or do
okay.
something.
No, when he goes to leave, I will actually hold up a finger and be like, I don't know how to say the word wait with just one finger, but I'm basically going.
Oh, interesting. Let me make a roll here.
Since I am going to be researching the Naga, when I'm done doing that, I will probably go ahead and talk to the prisoners, since they were the ones that encountered it. See if I can find out more information from them.
You so smart.
Yeah, he'll wait.
Okay, so when we break up, I will go over and have a conversation with him. Let me know when you want.
Sure.
Sure, as in now?
I mean, yeah, you guys heading out to do your thing?
Yeah, I will walk over and sit down at the table he's sitting at, and I say, is there something that you wanted to know?
Well, hold on. What's Escanor doing?
Getting pizza.
Oh, he's not here. Sorry, I didn't see. Okay, yeah, so he's eating right now. He's eating at the table while everyone goes off and does stuff.
Nom, 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 nom.
Yeah, so you sit down and he...
Oh, I am sorry. One thing I want to say, and I say, not quite sure how, Escanor, but you might want to see if you can check in on your family somehow. And I will let him know that if the book wasn't given, another threat was made against his family. Although we did give the book. So.
True.
He's grabbing some pizza. He's like right here, so he's just
Yeah,
grabbing.
We can see most of him.
Yeah, but he can't hear you. Can't hear you probably. Okay, yeah. So you're at the table with the elf, and sorry, what did you say to him?
I said, is there something that you wanted to know?
All right. Sorry about that. I'm here.
No worries, no worries.
You have to understand that we've undertaken an endeavor of some importance, and some of the details are not to be privy to just everyone.
I understand. I just find your group fascinating, and I was just trying to learn more about you.
Okay.
Which elf is this, by the way? Just out of curiosity, which one was it? Is it the one that like periodically goes invis, or like the head? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the one that periodically is invisible.
I mean, you didn't see him go invisible, but sure.
Well, pretty sure he's doing some invisible, stealthy stuff.
Maybe, but you don't know that for sure.
I caught him once doing it because I saw him.
What? No, Saska, who noticed him hidden in like the above in the castle. He wasn't like invisible.
Oh. So he's just
a stealthy boy, perhaps. Yeah.
Okay.
So Saska will say this as nicely as possible. I'm trying to say this in the nicest way possible. Please don't butt into our affairs. Please.
Fair enough.
As you can plainly see, I'm a half-elf, and I like neither aspect of my heritage. So you're at a disadvantage to start with. But you haven't done anything against me personally. So I'll just say that in time, everything will be made clear. And I wanted to thank you and your party for inviting us to the Elven lands. I had planned on going there anyways, but the invitation is nice.
Make me a perception check.
And I can do sense motive if you prefer. It's high.
You could do either.
No, I'm always going to choose perception. It's easily the highest skill I have.
Yeah, this guy is not going to be able to do this probably, but we try. Oh shit! But you still rolled higher anyway. So you can tell he tries to like hide a expression of surprise, but he like plays it off as if he was not surprised and just kind of nods. But you can tell he was like surprised at that knowledge.
I do the Spock eyebrow, which for a half elf, that eyebrow gets way the hell up there, man. It's like up here somewhere.
Well, yeah, just a reminder, he wasn't there when you guys were talking to those group of elves. Just a reminder.
But it's still a surprise. Yeah, I got the inference right away. The fact that he probably didn't know that we were invited to the Elven
Exactly.
Kingdom.
Yeah.
But it still surprises me that, you know, for example, everyone in our party knows most everything about everyone else.
Very true.
There's one lady who's keeping a secret. I'm not metaing that at all. So, but to Saska, it's like when you're in a party with someone, especially the party that I'm in, I mostly trust everyone else implicitly. So
it's true.
It's unusual for me, or I guess I don't know. I've only been in one party, so.
Or
But
perhaps
anyways,
he's not reconvened with the party yet, his party. But yeah,
okay.
Sure.
I raise an eyebrow at him, but I don't make anything of it, and I say, "Have a nice day," and I get up and I'm gonna go and probably to the local. Where do you think is gonna have the best maps? The library, the clergy.
You do have your map, your out of game map was updated because the king did show you the.
That is correct. Right? Yep.
But you want like a more specific map.
I want information like what kind of. I mean, it's mountains. Are they new mountains where they're nice and jagged? Are you going to run into snow? Are they known to have a bunch of goblins there?
Sure.
I'd like topographical information and ecological information.
Sure.
Those are pretty big words for a guy with 10 intelligence.
Yeah.
On to know stuff.
While you're going off and looking for that, anyone else want to do something?
So I will go up to Escanor, since Saska's revealed what he was told about the book.
Mm.
And I'm gonna say to Escanor, do you want to see if we can track down Jet? Maybe he can get a message to Geffen, and maybe we can find your family.
Prontera, you meant? And there is that messenger agency that you guys know about as well. Just a reminder.
Oh, yeah, we could do that.
Now they have magical means, right? So if we paid enough, we could literally almost get an instant message there.
Sure.
Theoretically. I mean, do they have like Snapchat or something? Or...
Maybe.
Yeah, Escanor will definitely want to do that. He'll want to send 2 separate messages.
Ooh. Yeah, we can do that. So yeah, you go to the message place. What do you guys want to, or do you want to do this now, or do you want to do this later?
We can.
Yeah, but the information that I'm researching can be done. Just be done. We don't have to RP that or do it.
Just remind me. I'll like post in your. Assuming you share with everyone, I'll just post it. What the information you got?
Nope, go off on my own.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys go to the message place, and what did you want to do?
So I'll send one message directly to my family.
Okay. Let me just make a note of this. Sorry. So Escanor, you're sending. Okay, one message. What is it?
So before he sends his message, or maybe while he's thinking up his message, Shiraze will look at him and say, "Is there something that you can use to verify that the message we get back is from your family?
Ooh.
Something that only your family would know, so that they could they would know to say back to you in order to make sure that we're talking to the right people."
Are you saying this in the message place?
I am basically quietly saying that to Escanor, not like loudly, just sort of, it's us talking, but yes, in the message place.
Okay, no one says anything.
And I don't know, I don't know if we're up at the counter, like, talking to the person or not, but if
you could have just, I imagine you guys just walked in and then he's about to, like, go up and you just, like, stop him and say that, probably.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was gonna say, like, I'm not meaning disrespect to the messaging service, more that, there's forces at work here that could feasibly, respond to the message and send us bad information.
I'll look at her and say, the only thing I can do is send a direct message to the family, but I will write it in how we speak at home, as it were, instead of formally, and that's how I'll know if they're responding correctly or not. But anyway, it'll more or less ask, I hope everyone's doing well. Has anything happened? Just generally cautiously asking if everything's okay.
Okay. And they'll ask how you want to send this message. By, like, person, or do you want it magically sent, or do you want it, like...
Magically express.
Magic Express. Okay, so the elf behind the counter introduces himself as Frank. And he says, "Oh, magical. There's several means of this. Do you want an instant message, quite expensive, or would you like a more urgent, timely message, a day or two, probably, to get a response?"
How much is an instant message?
Oh, quite expensive.
7 silver pieces.
1 whole platinum piece.
You should just start laughing.
So Shirazi just plunks the platinum piece down and says, "Do it."
Oh, jeez. Does the recipient know they're getting the message?
No, they do not. And as a matter of fact, I want the message to get to Prontera as soon as possible, but I would still like it to be delivered by foot as to not seem that it's urgent.
Wait. I thought you wanted the one message sent instantly. You're saying a different message?
I will be sending 2, yes.
Oh, interesting. He's just consulting his notes for a second. Yes.
So the one
Can I do this?
essentially to the family, I want it to appear that it was brought by regular means, but I do want the message to get there as soon as possible.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you want my magical instant message, and then you want a second message sent that is essentially to look like the information you sent in the first message.
Yes, and then I do have somebody else I want to send a message to in Prontera.
Okay. So 3 messages?
I guess ultimately, yes, since I'm instantly messaging the other post office and then having them deliver it, I guess that's 2 messages. And then
I get it now. So you want the instant message to go to the post office, and then the post office to deliver the message by foot. So it'll get there in the same day.
Interesting.
Instantly.
Okay, Frank was confused. He thought you wanted to...
Sorry, I realized that.
It's okay. So Frank will say...
Common is his second language. You'll have to forgive it.
As is mine. Frank... So he'll let you know it'll be 5 platinum for all messages. And it'll cover everything you want.
Okay. I'll agree to it.
So yeah, he asked you what the message you want it to be.
The second message?
All messages. Write them down.
Oh,
He'll
sorry.
give you like a piece of parchment, and so yeah, you can either PM it to me or post it in your room.
Yeah, I'll post both messages later. You can go on for me.
Okay. But wait, what was the instant one? And did you wanted like an instant reply, right?
But I want both to be instant.
Right, but they're both going to the post office place, and then they're gonna, like, basically they can get you a message back in like an hour or something, right?
One will be sure. The reply from the family would be I would want it to be instantly back.
Okay.
The second one is going to go to Mr. B,
Ooh. Okay.
since he's more or less watching my family for me.
That is true. He is.
How do you know Mr. B's in Prontera?
I don't.
Yes.
Right? Mr. B pokes his head out from me in the back room. Somebody call my name.
Yeah. So, do you know what you wanted to say to those people right now, or did you want to do that?
I know what I want to say to Mr. B for sure.
Okay. What do you want to say?
I'll probably have to type it out because I wanted to sound kind of cryptic so where only he would understand it, but more or
Sure.
less saying, please keep an eye on the family. There are some things going on. that are beyond understanding, but please keep an extra eye out and let me know as soon as, if anything happens.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so this is the one of the instant ones, right?
Yes, and that's directly to Mr. B.
So yeah, you can type out exactly what you say to him, but in general, I'll let you know that he'll let you know that your family is completely safe and like nothing out of the ordinary to him has happened, and he's checked on them and everything seems fine. So, and he's keeping them under like control, like not under control, under like supervision to make sure like nothing crazy is going on.
Okay.
But yeah.
So I'll deduct that from my...
Anyone
you said
else?
5 pieces.
Yeah, 5 platinum for all that. Who else?
So since we're out at the post office, then Shirazé does want to find Jet.
Okay.
And so she's going to ask Escanor. She's like, you don't have to come with me if you have something else to do, but I'm going to go look for Jet.
I have a question for you, Mr. GM.
Yes.
These magical transmissions as they...
Mm-hmm.
Do we have to know where the person is for it to go? Or does it magically know where they are?
Depends on the spell. What was like the specific question? Are you trying to send a message to someone you don't know where they are or something?
That's exactly what I was going to ask. Can we send a message directly to it?
So they, like, if you're asking like Frank, he'll let you know that their means of communication is they usually send like a magical message to their other office in that city, and then they go out and deliver the message, and then they get the reply via the same way. So like, let's say you wanted to send a message to Jay, for example. This guy doesn't know Jay personally, so he can't magically communicate with him, and also maybe Jay has protection against that sort of stuff.
Right.
But like, yeah, he could get a message to him fairly quickly though, using this kind of method.
Okay. I can accompany you.
Sure. So, tell me how Shirazé goes about looking for Jet in this city of random stuff going on.
Please just wander around doing like a cat.
Anyone know where Jet is? So yeah, you can tell me like something creative,
like a dinosaur cat.
or if you want, you can just roll me diplomacy and I'll go off that. But if you tell me something creative, I'll give you like a bonus to like find it or whatever.
So my first thought would be to go to the school and ask around, because Jet also attended the school.
Yes.
And so chances are someone knows him. He might have even made contact with someone from the school. So
that
would be my first thought.
Does anyone remember what Jet was doing here? I think he told you. I think someone asked him. I don't know if you guys remember.
I believe it was something to do with he had like friends or people he was meeting or something here.
Mm-hmm. Did anyone remember who these friends were?
Zerilius. He was coming to meet Zerilius.
No.
Punch him in the face.
All roads lead to Zerillia.
I don't know if he told us more specifics than that.
Oh, maybe he didn't.
He might have told Shirazé. They
Yeah, I was pretty sure he did, but anyways.
But I thought he kept it kind of secret. Like he took her off to the side.
Yeah, he did, because I think
they
she
were
was
talking,
yeah.
and then he got all butthurt because she asked him about the blunt. And it's been like weeks, John. So I can't remember.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure he did, but yeah, I'll give you an in check just to. I'll give everyone an in check. Maybe Shirazé told everyone afterwards anyway, but. DC
Anything
15.
you say to me, I'm gonna tell my homie.
DC 15. Come on, someone do it.
I know nothing.
She's Jon Snowing it. Oh my goodness, this here in super good. Oh my god, no!
Yeah.
Come on,
It's
Escanor.
freaking 20.
Oh god. Okay.
Nobody remembers.
You guys, no one remembers, but yeah, you can go to the academy and ask around for Jet, and they will just give me a diplomacy roll as you're walking around asking people.
Well, I rolled a 1, so Saska's like academy.
+4 because I'm using information, or I'm gathering
That is
and
true.
+1 for my feet.
Your feet? Your feet help
Inquisitive.
you.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
smell better.
So yeah, after I don't know, let's say if you like an hour or two taking to get there and talking to people, you will find that Jet left a day before the attack happened or so, and
He left.
yeah, he's not in the city. So he had met with some high-standing professors in the academy, and they left with him. If you want their names, I can give them to you. You probably know them pretty well. So
Suspicious.
he
Right?
left with.
That's what I thought.
They don't know like what he was doing here, but they just know like he met with these 3 people, and they all left with him afterwards. Regel, an elf male. You don't have to write these down. I can write it for you later if you want.
Okay.
Estes, a female human, and Oka, a human male. All high-ranking kind of wizards and witches or whatever, spellcasters that are there are many professors at the academy, so they like their absence isn't going to be like a big deal. Like they just like basically like it's actually pretty common for a lot of the professors to be like traveling and stuff, so like there's like a lot of rotations of professors because magical people like to do a lot of magical stuff.
Well, that puts my mind at ease that he wasn't in the city during the attack, and I think.
Or was he?
Working with Cerilius. No, just kidding. So yeah, I'll thank them for their information, and I guess if that's all, then I'll just go back to the inn.
Yeah. Just because this might be Escanor's here too, right?
Yes.
Roll me diplomacy, just because you're aiding her may actually change the information I give you. So wait, what did you have total with your roll? You have plus 17, 18 with the catfolk thing, or?
Mm-hmm.
So 20 if he's doing aid another.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah. You will find out that someone actually overheard he's headed to Morok after this.
Oh shit!
Whoa, even more suspicious. He's
Maybe.
going home.
Or maybe he's going to kill them all with some friends. Anyways.
Maybe. But I doubt it.
So, while I'm at the academy, actually,
Actually, what?
before we leave,
Yeah.
I'm gonna see and I'm gonna try to gather information on if they have heard anything about where Amara might have gone, aside from
Okay.
her being on a mission for the king. Just if they know any more, basically.
Or if they're
Ooh.
rumors.
Yeah. Okay, give me another check, and Escanor can aid as
Ooh,
well
that's a
if
good
he
check.
wishes. Nice. Okay. I'll give you
30
29,
basically.
30. Yep.
yeah. So I'll basically no one knows, but I'll give you the 2 like leading rumors that are going around like where she is, because obviously when professors go, everyone talks about like where are they going, and it's really odd to get like a thing that no one knows like where you're going. Basically, that's so clearly people they guess what's going on. So one rumor is that so everyone knows the king kind of like selected her to go do this. People are saying like he's like, or he was kind of grooming her to be the next leader. So he sent her off to do something that would like help her in the in an upcoming magical trials, so she would win basically. The next rumor is that he sent her to a long forgotten magical library kind of thing that's like rumored to exist. People aren't sure if it really exists or not, but it's said to hold like the spell books of the greatest wizards of all time, and that the king had sent her there to acquire some of this knowledge back to Geffen.
Is there a theoretical name for this place? Like, Atlantis. Everybody knows Atlantis, but maybe not where it is.
What was your check again? Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was like
30.
over 30.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you can get the name. It's called the Towers of Knowledge.
Okay. So, with this information, that actually changes my intentions. Again, I thank them for, you know, the information they gave me. And so I'm telling Escanor, you know, actually, I think I'm going to go hit up the library and see if I can find any information on these towers of knowledge.
Sure.
One of the council people works here at the school, right?
That is true. He is the
I'm gonna
headmaster.
I'm going to tell Shirase, before we leave, maybe we should visit your headmaster since he's a council member.
Very good idea.
Yeah, you guys can try to meet with him, but let's go over to Bella. What were you doing?
Okay.
Gently wait for her to lead the way because I don't know my way around a school.
My first stop was to the library to research the knot.
Okay. What specifically did you want to
Okay,
learn
well,
about
I
it?
walk faster than her, so I get there first.
Are they like
I have
shoving each
40
other out of the
land
way?
speed. Do you have faster than a 40 land speed?
Yeah, walk over my caltrips, bitch.
Jesus. Okay, what?
Jesus!
So yeah, what were you looking for specifically? Are you just like looking like generally like what are Nagas or what are you
General
looking
knowledge about
I let her
one,
win.
like to be expected, how powerful are they? Basically, if we do end up going up against one, what can we expect in fighting them? And like, I don't know, like they said that there was like a relic there, so just, I don't know, array of information.
Don't cry, Whitney. It's okay. You'll find it out. Did you want to spend like a lot of time here, or was this like a quick like you're going in and then you want to do something else? Like you can take the full day to.
I'm willing to spend about half a day because I
Okay.
do want to go check in with the prisoners, so I want at least like a couple hours to be able to go do that.
Okay.
So I would know I'd be willing to spend like a half to like 2/3 of the day, depending on like how early we got up.
I
Okay.
bother her a little bit.
Yeah. So give me a knowledge roll.
No, seriously, I bother her a little bit.
Okay.
What knowledge?
Do you have?
I have Arcana. I have crappy history, but I do have it. I have kind of crappy nature, but I do have that. Really good nobility. Okay religion. Okay plain.
Give me a religion.
Can we help each other, I guess?
Yeah, if you're going with her, you can aid her.
Well, my nature's.
You're getting a bonus. She's getting a bonus
It
from being
said
in the library. though.
religion,
Yeah.
not nature.
You could do either.
Okay. I have a
guess.
10 in religion. And not
Yeah.
only that, I have a 10 that's granted to me by a divine focus.
All right, then roll it. Yeah. So with teamwork and you guys can high five as you find the right books about Nagas. So do you want me to just like type out a bunch of stuff you know, or do you want me to just briefly tell you now?
You could type it out if you want. I don't hold the game up.
I mean, so I'll just quickly give you a brief overview, but if you want more, you can essentially, from the description of like what you heard where this thing is, and like what you already know about it, and the result of this roll, you can know that effectively this is probably a dark Naga, so you can like look that up if you want to. You can essentially know everything about it.
Okay. Cool.
In general, it's just like immune to poison. It's a snake-like thing, and it usually gets like underlings to serve it. So you can probably expect it probably has amassed a little force there or something like that.
Okay, so she said she wanted to go check on the prisoners. When she leaves, I'm going to continue doing research on the Shadow Mountains. So I'll spend the whole day at the library, probably.
Sure.
And I'm okay with if you can just give me the information later.
Yeah. You can post in specifically what you're looking for, and then give me a knowledge geography here.
Okay.
But yes, and then we can go back to Shirazi and Escanor. You guys are meeting with the headmaster. So yeah, you can pop in his office, and you can just like walk in. Do you do so? I guess.
Well, we don't just pop in.
Burst the
We
door
ask,
down.
his receptionist if he.
He doesn't have a receptionist. Literally, you come up and it's just like a door that says Nazio Skidgen, headmaster of the Geffen Academy of the Magically Inclined.
So we politely knock on the door.
The door opens, and he before you is a small gnome with grayish hair sitting behind his desk. He's got white wispy hair. He's about 80 years old. And yeah, he's just working away and looking out some parchment, scribbling some things down.
So, never mind, not worth it.
So, Shiraze will do just a short bow, not like anything subservient, just more like a habit she probably picked up at school, like in a show of deference, and just say, "Headmaster, it's wonderful to see you again."
Let me see if he remembers you.
Who are you, random student member?
There's a lot of students.
I'm sorry. Do you have your badge with your number? You see what I wrote
Rank,
there?
file,
Tom?
and serial number.
That gnomes live a long time. 80 years old is like average starting age for a gnome.
If they're trained, yeah.
That's true. I'm gonna go
Um,
grab a soda. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Sure. Let me give him a roll here. He squints. He says, "Who are you again?"
I'll kind of grin. I'll say, "I'm Shiraze. You know, Amara's student."
Oh, Amira's pupil.
I need to give my kid a snack, so I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Should I just go on, or
I mean, yeah, we can always
Fill them in on my gnome role play?
This is realistic, okay? Because
They're not
here
there.
for this
That's
conversation.
true. Ah, yes, I remember you. What did you need? You can give me a perception check if he actually remembers you or not.
You tell that to all the students. Cheeky. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he kind of doesn't really remember, but he's acting like he does.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll ask politely. Before we start this conversation, may I close the door? We would like this to be a private conversation.
Oh, okay.
Headmaster, this is a new friend, an acquaintance of mine. I trust him implicitly. His name is Escanor. He is from Plantera.
Oh, let me just stop you there. I don't have rights to marry people in Geffen. Is that what I know a lot of students wish this, but I'm very busy. The city was attacked, you know.
Oh, no, sir. I think you have the wrong idea.
Oh?
Escanor is dying of laughter.
So, obviously, catfolk are covered in fur and probably can't blush, but Shirazi definitely looks a little flustered at that.
I'll give him a perception check to know if he just assumed. Yeah, he's like, oh, sorry for assuming. What did you need?
We actually wish to talk with you about another matter, and it concerns Amar. So, yes, as you mentioned, the city was just unfortunately attacked, and I'm sorry to say, we were fighting alongside the king, and, unfortunately, he sacrificed himself to save not just us, but the entire city.
Wait. You were with the king? He's missing. What do you mean?
I mean that the attack that was carried out, we went to the gardens. Are they the Temple Gardens? This is out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, the Temple Gardens. Yeah, we went to the Temple Gardens, and it was filled with clerics of this so-called God of Chaos, Azrael, and they were trying to steal the king's spellbook.
Oh my.
And, yes. And we had already been having an audience with the king when the attack started, and he had entrusted that spellbook to us, and so we fought off the clerics. They had captured Zerulius, and we were able to. I actually gave him a wand of healing to help him heal some of the citizens.
I was wondering how that pesky fellow was able to heal so much.
I nod and I say, and so as we were.
He cuts you off.
You know,
I knew it. Geffen should. The academy should be claiming responsibility for all that healing. We can heal better than the clerics, it seems.
Indeed. But after the battle, we were looking through the statue of Azrael, and we found some catacombs. And it was there that we came across the king who was fighting that terrible demon that was, he was fighting above the city for a while, but when we were in the catacombs, we came across him, and they had fallen into these catacombs.
Oh my.
And so the heart of the matter, sir, is just that essentially the king charged me rather, with finding Amara. He knew of our connection. He wishes her to succeed him. And I understand that that's not the way things are done in Geffen, but certainly I feel like at a time like this that Amara should be here. And hopefully, at least throw her hat in the ring.
He kind of sits back and strokes his beard a bit. This is quite troubling indeed. If the king told you to find her, it must be very important, but unfortunately I was not privy to where she was, but perhaps I can find her. And he pulls out a crystal ball.
Ooh.
Just fucking holding it right there in his
No, he pulls it out like from under his desk.
vest. Oh, okay.
He just pulled it out of his void pocket, dude. Duh.
What? Does he have a nature pocket?
No.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just trying to see what the DC on this is to find someone.
What you eating? Are they cookies?
Cinnamon Twist from Domino.
Oh, totally jealous.
So he kind of says a few words over this crystal ball. It goes cloudy, and then it turns all dark and black inside the crystal ball for a minute, and then it slowly dissipates. And he looks up at you guys and he says, "Oh, very strange. I can't seem to scry on her."
Well, I suppose there are ways of avoiding being scryed upon.
Of course, but to avoid my scrying is quite a feat, I would imagine. She's either not in this... What?
Does his voice sound familiar other than being, my former headmaster?
No. I don't know if I'm doing that on purpose or not, but no, he doesn't sound familiar. Other than being your headmaster that you met before. So he says, either she's not in this plane anymore, or there's very powerful magics at work. She will be in great danger if this is true.
I'll ask, interrupt and say, is there any way to describe maybe the general location of where she is, not necessarily exact?
Well, I could scry on general areas and where she was rumored to be, but that would take many hours, and I don't really have time for that. But
Sure. Oh, go ahead.
He kind of looks around and he says, "But maybe after the royal meeting tomorrow, I can talk with you further once we have an idea of what the future of the city is going to happen. But as of right now, I can't really do much more."
Shirazé says, "I appreciate all your help, and truly, we weren't coming here necessarily to learn Namara's location. I wanted you to be aware of the events. Obviously, because the king bought time for us to get away, we didn't see him actually die. But that's what I fear the worst.
I would imagine the King of Geffen is more resilient than that, but you never know. That creature I saw him fighting did look formidable.
Well, and it doesn't bode well that he basically the creature accosted us for the book either. After we were trying to get away, he appeared in front of us and he demanded the book or our lives.
Oh man. So you do not have the spell book anymore?
Unfortunately, no.
This is
we
very
did our best
troubling,
to
but
protect it, but you know.
That's all right. You did your best, but hopefully there were no spells in there that... I mean, hopefully the enemies of Geffen don't have all of our secrets, but...
It's hard to say. I mean, you know, we did our best, and I doubt even the king would find fault in what we did, you know.
I believe you. A student of Geffen would do their best to protect such a magical artifact, of course.
But more to the point, you know, I have no proof of this, sir, but we were always taught to trust our instincts, and, you know, I discern that it seems like Zerulius may have designs on more than just being a priest, and I wanted to make you aware of the king's wishes as well, because I am shortly going to be leaving to try and find Amara and bring her back.
Kind of like sits with that information for a bit. I have noticed Zerulius is quite rambunctious these past few days. He's the one who called the meeting so suddenly too. I'll keep that in mind.
The curious part is that while he was captured in the temple gardens, these clerics were not very difficult to defeat, even though they had large numbers. And I would think a man of his abilities would be able to fend them off. However, you know, things happen. I'm not trying to impugn his honor. I'm just saying that
Shirazi, I'll stop you there. He is but a cleric. If it was a wizard of the same standing, I'm sure they would not have been caught so easily. But you know clerics, once you get a few people hitting them, then their spells can't do anything. And what are they going to do? Is he going to do? Heal them to death? He's not quite a combatant.
I'm trying to sort of kind of hide a laughter, but not.
Yeah, you get the idea that he doesn't really think clerics are that great.
However, I just wanted you to be aware that, you know, it does seem like that perhaps he has some idea that he might succeed the king, and at the very least, I think Amara should, you know, be able to participate in the tournament.
Succeed the king? He's not even an arcane spellcaster. He can't even participate in the magical combats and trials.
True, but he has gone around healing people, and the common people are all but crowning him in their own words and actions.
Well, I don't think there's much worry for that. He can't be crowned unless he passes the magical trials, which he cannot do.
Indeed, let us hope so. I wanted to give you, you know, some knowledge, hopefully, seeing as I will be traveling and...
Traveling? Where were you traveling to?
I'm going to try and find Amara. The king asked this of me as the last thing he ever said to me, and I feel that I must fulfill that responsibility.
Of course. We'll speak after the meeting tomorrow. I may be able to get more information on her whereabouts by then.
I appreciate that.
I look over at the headmaster and tell him, if I may say so, and hopefully without offense, I have also had teachers in my life who are very wise, and they've always told me to never underestimate someone. Zerulius may not be as strong as you say, but he may be, per se, clever.
Quite wise for not being a mage. Are you sure you don't know a spell or two?
I sometimes call my sword a spell.
Well, I'll look into that as well, but I mean, Cerilius is, I'm sure he means well, but we'll see. And yeah,
I nod, and at that, I leave it to Shirazi.
Yeah. If there's anything else you want to ask specifically, if not, that's
The only thing I want to say is, as a parting kind of like piggybacking onto what Escanor just said, some people don't want to let a crisis go to waste. Again, thank you for your time, and I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, and as you guys, he'll nod, and as you guys walk out, the door will close behind you. Was there anything else anyone needs to do? Bella wanted to visit the prisoners.
Bella wanted to visit the prisoners, and I do want to hit up the library, maybe for the remainder of the day, to see what I can find on the Towers of Knowledge.
Sure. But let's just go to Bella real quick. So, yeah, you go to the Geffen prisons. What would you like to do?
So I'm just gonna look for those 2 prisoners.
Sorry, I just wanted to, because I did prepare for such an event. I'll just show you all. So yeah, that's the prison area, what it looks like when you come across it. I assume you all can see that.
Sweet, new music.
New music. Yes, there is new music here. This is not music for...
I'm sorry, I need to hear back how fast I think Charlie needs his butt wiped.
Okay. That gives me time to find my music.
About what time would it have been when we left the headmaster's office?
It'd probably be like midday.
Okay.
Poor Quack.
You're concerned to see if your message has come back?
No, I was gonna say if Shiraz is going to the library again, who would be the next closest council member?
Oh, the next closest to where you are would be Torin Main, which is the Master of Arms. So like there's like a heavy fortified barracks that's close by, closest to here compared to everyone else.
Okay. While Shiraze is going off to do whatever it is she was going to do, I would explain to her that I was going to try and meet up with at least one more council member to explain the situation, because I'm sure they all kind of want to know what's going on.
Yeah. While we're waiting for... Is Bella back?
Not yet.
Let's see. Okay, yeah. While we're waiting for... What did you want to do in the library? And we'll do...
So I'm wanting to look up the Towers of Knowledge.
I go bother her.
Basically. I trip Saska.
Knowledge...
And say, quiet, this is a library.
Knowledge history. It's going to be very hard to find this.
I'm back, sorry.
We'll go back. Sorry, we're
I'll help her.
Just doing Shiraze's quick thing in the library. Yeah.
29.
Everything you find is just...
Joe, help.
Can I help her?
It
It won't make a difference, right?
won't make a difference. You rolled the highest you could here. So you'll find books that just talk about it as a myth. There's no like confirmations of like where it is or what could be there. It's just known. It's mentioned throughout some histories of like having like the previous leaders of Geffens, like some of their spell books are in there. Just like crazy stuff's in there apparently, but no one's ever seen it or knows where it is.
So there's no rumors as to where it might be located?
Yeah, I mean, you got a good roll. Let me see. I'll give you a general... It's rumored to be near the Sea of Ghosts. It's like somewhere along the coast there, somewhere probably.
Okay.
And if you look at our map, there's like one spot that's like hidden still, so maybe
So,
you could figure it out.
Is that where the Sea of Ghosts is?
I'll just bring you back to the world map just for a second. So yeah, you guys can use your creative deductive reasoning perhaps where it might be.
And
Yeah.
Bella is back.
Yes. So back to Bella in the prisons. Not this nice music. Where was my music? Ambiance. There it is. You are in the prisons, and you will find there's only like one guard here, and there's no one else really in the prisons except for these two people. So he, as you go up to him, I assume you just want to see them.
Yeah. So are they like awake? Do they see me? Or...
Yeah, so he'll walk you to them, and you actually wait. Let's RP this. So yeah, you come up to him. What do you say?
To the guard?
Yeah.
I wish to speak with the two female prisoners that were taken in, I believe, yesterday.
Who are you?
I am a traveler, and I helped the king defend the city from the invasion, and I single-handedly mostly apprehended these prisoners, so I would like to speak with them.
Oh, I think the guards who brought her in did mention a party that brought her in, and seeing how you know all this information, I think that checks out.
That checks out.
That checks out. All right. Well, you should probably disarm yourself. And you like motion towards a bit like an area where people can rest weapons.
I assure you, I do not mean to harm anyone. I would just like to speak with them about the matters of why they were arrested.
He looks you up and down. Give me a charisma check. All right, but if any funny business goes down, you're gonna be in trouble. And he'll
Gives him the old.
yeah, so you get the idea that like there's not really many people here because one, the city was attacked, so most of the guards are like not here, and literally no one's in jail except for these two people. So it seems like no one really cares really what's going on with these two girls. So yeah, he'll lead you to their cells. They're in individual cells, and he'll just kind of like back. He'll like walk, not like super away, but like he'll be like 30 feet away, like just like looking the other way kind of thing, but like still. Like,
Are their
nearby.
cells like right next to each other?
Yeah, they're right next to each other, but.
So I'm gonna stand like sort of in between the cells so I can kind of like address both of them at once.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll come up to them and I'll tell them the book was turned over.
Our friends, are they alive?
I do not know the fate of your friends. They were using the illusions basically of your friends to try to con us into turning the book over earlier, but we have not seen any actual evidence that your friends were brought here.
The witch girl starts crying, and the cleric girl is just kind of like stone-faced and still looking at you.
Do you happen to know anything more? Is there anything else you can tell me about what you were looking for when you guys were attacked? What happened? How they took your friends? I would help potentially get you out of here if you can provide me with more information, as we are dealing with trying to figure this all out too, and potentially thinking about going after that Naga, but I need more information before I do anything.
So the witch girl stops crying and says, "No, you can't. It's certain death if you go there."
Why?
The cleric girl kind of like tells her to like, she like silences her. She's like, "Shh," and then the witch girl keeps like crying.
So I'll turn to the cleric and I'll say to her, why are you so afraid to tell us anything? I'm telling you, I'm trying to help you, and you're giving me nothing.
Diplomacy check.
Can I help her from the library?
Unless you went with her.
Nope.
You went with her, you couldn't have helped me.
Yeah, so she will. Yeah, because you're being honest, right? Like you're not trying to lie or anything.
Yeah, I'm
right?
being honest.
She'll look at you and say, Can you really get us out of here?
Honestly, I don't know, but I know your intentions for taking that book weren't totally ill. So, I mean, I'll do my best if I can, but I can't do anything without more knowledge.
All right. Our party was actually recently put together as we met up we heard of a rare artifact being sought after by a wizard from Morok. He wanted us to reclaim the item, and when we got there was this Naga with an army of orcs and goblins under her command, and it didn't go so well, and they caught us and they were going to kill us all, but they suddenly stopped and started talking in languages we couldn't understand, and they singled us two out and gave us those obviously fake names to use and infiltrate Geffen and get the book for them. And they said that we would get our other party members back should we bring the book back to them.
Do you have any idea know anything about the wizard they're referring?
You mean the wizard we met with?
Yeah, sorry.
He didn't give us his name, but he was clearly from Morocco, and it was just a quick meeting. He just said it was supposed to be a simple job and it was quick money.
Can you describe him to me at all? Anything for us to go off of to figure out anything more about what's going on here? Why they want this relic or artifact?
Let me give her an intelligence check to remember stuff about him. He was just like a normal wizard. He was human, male. He was average height. He kept his hood up most of the time, but there's nothing special about him. He definitely had a Moroccan accent, though, so I know he was born there, but other than that... Or maybe he's at least lived there for a long time. But...
of the artifact he was sending you out?
Ooh. He mentioned something about a helm of radiance. I didn't know much about it. He was just offering a good reward to get it, so I didn't really care much about it.
Alright. Well, I will try to appeal to the council and see if we can get you guys released, but you know, I don't know how much weight my word will hold, but I'll do what I can.
I realize our past encounter was not that great, but I appreciate you coming here and offering your help.
Yeah, with that I don't really have anything else, so I will turn and leave. Like, nod at the guard.
Okay, yeah. You head out.
She banshee wails at the guard.
Yeah, I gotta go change a diaper. Sorry, I'll be right back again.
Okay, yeah, no worries. Did anyone else need to do anything specifically, or did you guys all
Is
want
there
to
anybody else at the library I can bother?
I am not at the library.
I think about bothering Escanor.
Escanor could pound you.
Whoa, I'm really.
Oh no, wait. Escanor wanted to meet the Master of Arms,
Escanor's-
right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, roll me a diplomacy check as you get to the barracks and everyone's kind of like everyone's kind of all over the place. Okay, yeah. So you catch a guard who's just kind of standing around, but everyone else is kind of like running around doing stuff, and he notices you kind of like waiting there, and he says, yes, can I help you?
Yes, I was hoping to meet with the Master of Arms if possible.
You're funny. What did you really want?
I look at him stone-faced. I believe I just told you.
Oh, you're serious? Well, I don't know if you just got here, but the city was under siege. He's very busy. He can't just meet with
Yes,
any random
I'm
person.
well aware it was. I have some important information your headmaster might want to know. I'm sorry, your Master of Arms might want to know.
He makes like an insight check on you. Give me another diplomacy check.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you come off a bit like rude and like vague, and he's like, everyone's been coming by saying they have random things they've seen in the mountains or rumors and whatnot. What kind of stuff do you know?
Was everyone the last person to see the king alive?
That catches his attention, and I think a lot of people kind of overhear that. And this music is not reflective of this. What should we play?
I get a little more serious with him while he's trying to size me up.
Yeah, so you just hear there's a lot of stuff going on. More intense than I want, but whatever.
Yeah, say, listen, I don't know what ranking you are or what it is you do here, but I can tell you this. If I was in charge and somebody came up and said they had important information for me to know, and one of my subordinates didn't immediately bring him to my face, I would be pretty upset.
Oh, yes. Give me a second. And he'll like scurry off, and you see him go talking to another person. And after a few minutes, like there's two other guards that come up that look a lot more serious. They're wearing like full plate, and they got like some serious armor and stuff like that. And they come up and they say, "You claim to have seen the king before. You were the last person to see him, you say?"
Again, straight face. Yes, sir.
Follow us, and they'll lead you straight into the barracks.
What the hell's happening now?
Eskenor's going to see them.
Causing shit.
Escanor is about to knock some people out.
They bring you up into like this big tent in the middle of the barracks, and they open the flap up, and in there is a big table with a big map on it, with a bunch of like pieces on it and stuff like that. And there is who you assume to be what is his name again? Torin Main.
Bob.
He's got like he's very stocky. He's human male. He's got a black hair with a black beard that's like neatly trimmed, and he's standing over this table that has like a big map of like Gethin, and there's like these little tokens everywhere on it. And he looks up and he says, "You claim to have spoken to the king last. Is this true? Who are you?"
Yes, my name is Escanor. I come from Prontera. We were here traveling.
As you say Prontera, he goes, "Prontera. Bunch of weaklings up there."
I smile and say, "Not all of us."
Maybe not. Anyways, hurry up. What did you say about the king?
What I was saying was I was probably one of the last few people to see him before he disappeared, or possibly passed, we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I go into... sorry, trying to gather my thoughts here.
Yeah.
To kind of speed this up, I explained to him what we went through to get into the secret cave area, how we ran into the king, what he entrusted us to do, and same thing as Shirazi told the headmaster, basically how we had to give up the book at the end.
He didn't die fighting protecting the book. You can't expect much from training in Prontera. Well, thanks for the information. I don't know what you want me to do with it.
I smile and say, well, I just figured you might want to know what had happened. It seems like there's a bit of chaos going on around here, as I'm sure the people
there is.
responsible for this wanted to happen.
Are you going to be at the meeting tomorrow?
I intend to be.
All right, I got to talk with my advisors. We may call you as a witness or something. Make yourself available.
Very well.
Anything else?
No, I see that you're busy. I'll move along.
Good lad. And he'll look back down at his map and stuff.
I just turn around and nod, shake my head, and just keep walking.
All right. Did you guys want to regroup? And it's kind of like in the evening. Is there anything specific anyone else wanted to do, or did you want to go back to that tavern that Everyone's like a lot of refugees are going to be out and stuff, or
Sure.
Yeah, I just plan to go back to the inn after my search at the library.
okay.
Making
Anyone
a
else?
mental
Anything?
note of pranks to play on Sasuke.
So you guys are all back at the inn, and this is where, if you cringe, I will murder you all.
Can we get it out of the way?
We're getting it out of the way. So out of character, this is me apologizing for missing a few sessions, so I embarrass myself. As you walk in to this tavern, you will see a very dashing entertainment for the night at the tavern.
Yes!
So there's a lot of people just around, and as you come in and you guys get some drinks or whatever you get, there's what looks to be a bard setting up to perform in the inn. Did you guys want to do anything specific aside from getting ready to cringe?
I order a round of ales for our table.
Okay. I definitely was not doing this live, so I recorded his performance.
Oh, this is why your voice was cracking.
Yeah. Anyways, no cringing. This bard is now performing this song. And yeah.
When a humble bard graced a ride along, Aurelius of Geffen, along came this song. From when the Autumn fought a scythe-wielding devil, his army of black cloaks, at his power they did revel. They came after me with masterful deceit, broke down my loot and they kicked in my teeth, while the giant's clubs minced our tender meat, and so cried the king, they can't be beat. Toss a vote to Aurelius, oh magical city, oh magical city, oh. Toss a vote to Aurelius, oh magical city. At the edge of the world, fight the mighty horde that bashes and breaks you and brings you the more.
Sorry to interrupt. He's singing about Aurelius?
Evil started to run
Yes.
high up
Yeah, I
on the
get up and walk out.
mountain from whence it came. He wiped out your sin. He got kicked in the shin. He's a friend of humanity, so give him the win. That's my epic tale. A champion prevailed, defeated the villain. Now pour me some ale. Toss a vote to Aurelius, oh magical city, oh magical city, oh.
This is like a parody of the coin to your witch.
Friend of humanity.
Yeah, so he finishes his performance.
I thought that was great, John. That was awesome.
Have you watched Witcher?
Yeah.
I'm going to
Is it-
I'm going to expect something like
Sorry.
that every week now.
No.
So I'm not cringing about the song. I'm more cringing about the fact that he's singing about Cyril.
Yeah, so
Right?
if you recall,
Seriously, halfway through, I get up and walk out of.
so if you recall, the inn guy told you that Aurelius paid for entertainment for the night, so that was, he paid for this bar.
Yeah.
But everyone who stayed and listened, except for Sasuke,
Sasuke.
make me a will save.
Ugh.
Ooh. Oh my lord. Oh, damn. Okay, well, you guys felt like, you guys know, especially Natalia, you got the feeling that this was perhaps mixed in with a charm person in this song for everyone listening. So you notice, like, the crowd is, like, really into it, even though it wasn't that great. But like it seems like everyone's like kind of like, yeah, it's Aurelius, yeah, and like everyone's just like really like enjoying stuff.
So I'm gonna go buy another ale and walk over to this bar.
Yeah, Shiraza, you know that he, typical of bards to play music to cast spells, he was casting a charm person along with his spell. It wasn't like a super like I'm charming everyone. It was just kind of like bards typically do this to make their music more like well received kind of thing. It's not like super weird, but it's like
So he wasn't holding up like a little swirly thing and trying to hypnotize the crowd.
no,
and
it
do,
was just kind of
vote
like
for Aurelius.
yeah. So the DC was kind of lower too, just because he wasn't like purely casting charm person on people. He was just like it was like a little cast with the song kind of thing.
Okay.
But yeah.
So I'm sorry, Escanor. He was going to buy an ale for this bar.
Yes.
Yeah, so you notice him at the bar, and he's just like having a drink, and a lot of people are around him talking to him, obviously, because he's a cool ass bard, and everyone liked his song.
Looks like
I'll come walking back in if I don't hear any more music.
Yeah, the music will stop after that.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there's general music playing, but like not like a performance going on.
I walk up to him, and you know when I finally get a chance to talk to him, and I get real nice and close and slide over another mug of ale to him.
Ah, thank you, traveler. Sander Sharp. What do you want me to sign? And he just like has.
And I throw my arm around his neck, just like a kind of like a weird hug type pop.
Uh-huh.
Like, hey buddy, I got a question for you. How much were you paid?
Oh, I don't discuss my prices in the open. Did you want an autograph or not?
No. How much were you paid?
Ah, it's none of your business, friend. And you'll try to like get out of the hug your
I grip him harder, and I said,
make a
"No, really,
perception check.
friend. How much were you
Escanor is
paid?"
pissed
And I
off
just keep smiling.
and restraining this guy.
Wait, sorry, Saska, what were you saying?
So earlier you were talking. I remember when we were talking about you like it when people say, "I want to make a perception check," to notice that Escanor is A, irritated, and B, restraining this guy against.
Sure, go for it. Well, I mean, you if you're looking at him, like you can tell, but yeah, you see that he's like clearly. You see Escanor's like muscles tightening around this guy, and this guy's trying to like squirm away, but he can't really get out.
Okay, I will walk over and probably fairly intimidatingly say, "What seems to be the problem, Escanor?" Not looking at Escanor, I'm looking at the bard.
My name is Sander, but the trouble seems that this brute is not letting me go.
There's no trouble at all. I'm just
release me then.
Gather a little
what is this?
Here.
He starts like raising his voice. Release me, you brigand! And everyone starts like turning around.
Perception check to see if I notice, like, I mean, obviously that I notice what my party members are doing.
Yeah, like you all can notice if you're all looking in this direction. You see what's going on. You see it.
Okay, so I want to saunter over, say, boys, there's no need for violence. What's going on?
So, sure. So, like, as this all happening, like, as he's, like, starting to, like, yell and stuff, so, like, a heavily armed guard will come by as you come up as well. He says, what's going on here? What's going on?
And I'll just smile at the guard and say, "There's nothing going on here. I'm simply trying to gather
brigand
information on what he charges to."
I don't have to tell him. He's got me in a headlock, the brute. I can't get out.
I look at the guard. Headlock? I barely have my arm around him.
All right.
He's giving him a hug.
All right, now break it up or release him and let him on his way.
Very well.
And yeah, if you release him, the guard will just like walk away and shake his head. And Sander will kind of like swipe back his hair and be like, how rude! After all that performance I just gave. How dare you lay a hand on the great Sander Sharp?
I look at Oscar, I'm like, what kind of performer doesn't tell what he charges for his services?
Listen, I got paid, but I'm not supposed to talk about it, alright? So,
I
mind your own business.
So Sasuke is going. Wait, what? Like he then looks at him. So you got paid by someone, but you weren't supposed to tell. That's
No,
pretty suspicious.
No, uh, I misspoke. I meant I'm allowed to say I was paid to be here, but I'm not supposed to talk about the particulars. It's some people like to keep their financial matters private. You know, what's it to you anyway?
So
I'm gonna
Shiraze,
look at Shirase and say, "Don't you have that spell that makes people tell what they're not supposed to tell?"
Shiraze says, "Boys, let's not bother our good friend Sander anymore. He was just giving a performance, and there are such things as what are they, like non-disclosure agreements, that kind of
Yes,
thing."
this catfolk girl knows what she's talking about. You should listen to your friend more often. Jesus, did you want an autograph, my dear lady?
I left before anything magical was determined to be being done, so I have no idea.
You have no idea he
Okay.
casted anything.
So, Shiraze says, "Yes, I would love an autograph. I would really appreciate that." And she kind of winks at him. She's like trying to flirt with him a little bit.
Give me a charisma check, but yeah, he's already kind of well.
Damn.
I mean, like you're just like kind of awkward when you do that. You like kind of blink both eyes or something, and he's just like, oh. But anyway, he signs. Yeah, he like just signs, and he's like, this one's for free because you're such a smart lady. And then he'll like turn away and go back to like a group of people that he was talking to before you guys came up.
So
plus, I look at Escanor and Shirase. I said, "What was that about?" I mean, I left because he was singing about that douchebag.
So Shiraze kind of makes a motion like not here, and she is going to surreptitiously go over to Natalia. And what she's going to say quietly and without really trying to draw attention to her is she's going to say, "Natalia, do you think you could go make friends with our little bard over there?"
Jesus.
You're
just whoring your Natalia around, are you?
I just want to know is why he's singing about Zerilius. Is that his own idea, or is that, is it Zerilius hiring him? I feel like that Zerilius is being awfully political about all of this.
All right.
Please go over and just lift him up by the neck.
This isn't Elizabeth. This is Natalia. Shiraze's hoping that more carrot than stick might get better results.
Sasuke doesn't do carrot. Yeah. Sasuke's carrot is, I don't hit you as hard with the stick.
All right, so Natalia will do the proverbial push her boobs up and walk over it. So, pretend like she was enthralled by the music, which she obviously wasn't. Like, your singing is so great. It was so wonderful. Zerilius is so great. Can you please tell me more?
Give me a charisma check as you interrupt his convo, and he looks over to you.
He's actually gay, right?
Not bad. Damn. So yeah, he turns around and he says, like as you start speaking, he says, another autograph? And then he kind of looks you up and down. He notices that you were very beautiful and says, how are you? Did you want something to drink? And perhaps an autograph. You said you enjoyed my performance. Of course. I am the great Sander Strong.
I would love a drink and an autograph.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it when I saw you, a fan at heart. And he'll order you like one of the cheapest ales that they have. Jesus. And he slides it over to you.
The ale's called like slutty bitch ale.
Jesus, no. And yeah, he'll say, what brings you to Geffen? Not me, of course, could it be? Oh, you're one of those. You've been following me from town to town. Is that what it is?
Creepy.
Oh my.
Well, who wouldn't? I just couldn't resist your music.
Aha, I knew it. You enjoyed my performance in Payon, was it last?
Mm-hmm.
He kind of squints at you. I was never performed in Payon. And he keeps sipping his beer.
Wait, did he actually sense motive to know that she was lying?
No, it's just like he. I'm not gonna explain fully, but yeah, he just did that. So
Okay.
God damn it. Um, let me think. All right, so I'll lean over and be like, okay, you got me. I was lying. I only heard about you playing. Your music was just so good. You can't help a girl for wanting a little attention.
I know. I just wanted to see if you were truly one of my hardcore fans, but it's okay. You probably just heard me here and you want to try and impress me. Typical, typical. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah. So, what did you want to know? Where I got my inspiration for such a great ballad, or?
Oh, yes, I would love to know.
Well, a fascinating story. Just as the song you heard, I was with Cerilius and we were traveling amongst the city and he was saving people left and right. And yes, it was amazing. He healed everyone. He set the evil creatures back towards the mountains. It was an amazing sight.
Sent them back towards the mountains. How did he do that?
Oh, I don't. I'm a simple bard. It must be some sort of clerical power. They must have sensed his great aura of some sort or something. He kind of looks a little flustered and drinks more beer, but then he says, but enough about that. What else did you want to know about me? Well, perhaps where I began learning the lute? Well, it's a fascinating story, really. I was the age of...
Okay, I don't care anymore. I get up and walk away.
Oh, wait! He like kind of calls after you. You don't turn around?
No.
Okay. He kind of just looks disheveled and kind of disappointed, but then turns back to like his little group posse that's around him that are talking.
So while she's doing that, I'm asking, why are we so concerned with this bard? It's a shitty fucking song about a shitty fucking dude. But
So Shirazade kind of gives Sasuke a meaningful look, and she said he was using charm person when he was singing about how great Zerilius was.
really?
Yes.
And what was his name? I say loudly.
Shirazade hands him the autograph. See? Sander Sharp.
Can I keep this?
Sure.
Yeah, I tear it up and throw it on the ground.
Honestly.
So I'm gonna walk over to him.
Oh God.
And say to him, Sander Sharp. I guess that's what you're calling yourself. Don't leave town. Okay, I'm sure the council's gonna want to talk to you when we meet with them.
Oh, you think they want a custom ballad made?
No, I think they're going to know why you're using charm person.
Oh, excuse me?
Yeah, whatever. I hold my hand up and turn around and walk away.
Well,
And sort of over my shoulder saying, we'll be talking again.
I never.
Wow, you do a great Wilford Brimley, by the way.
Yeah, people just keep coming up to this guy and talking to him and interrupting him. But yeah, he just.
So I say that quite loudly too, so that everyone else can actually hear me say that.
Yeah, you see after that, people kind of like look at him weirdly, but they don't seem to.
So I'll walk back over and order a slutty bitch, and then like kind of do that thing where you lean up against the bar a little. Although I'm 6'3", so I probably have to lean down a little bit, and like be drinking it. And I'm looking at him, and I wink at him.
You see him very flustered, and he just turns to his friends, and you can like hear him, I guess, if you're trying to listen. He says, "Oh, you know, fanatic fans making up stories of why my songs are so good, but you know, it transcends races. Even an elf likes it. You see, and yeah, you just hear that. But people around him are just kind of like nodding.
Okay,
and, like,
so
smiling.
I'm again discussing with the rest of my party, maybe a little bit louder than I need to, the fact that you say that someone actually paid him to do this, but he can't discuss who paid him? That's very fishy. And he's using magic to make people like his music? That's just shady.
So I have a question. Would Shirazade kind of be aware that bards do this just to kind of bolster their performance? A little.
Yeah. So like it's not like it's not like every bard does this. It's kind of like underhanded. Like it's kind of like using steroids in a race. You know you're not supposed to, but it's like
Lip syncing.
a
right?
lot of, yeah, that's more comparable. Like it's more like someone goes up and lip syncs to make it look like they're better than they are. It's like not like if you went to the Bards Association where like this guy was using charm person, they would be like, what a disgrace. You should never.
Okay.
But like people do
We're
it.
pulling your bardic license.
Yeah. Like if you told like it's kind of dishonorable kind of thing. Like it's not like a good thing to do, but it's not like unheard of. Like a lot of sleazy bards do this.
So sure. So I was gonna gauge whether or not that I was just trying to figure out whether or not that was common. Like it. You were saying basically he's not trying to brainwash the people necessarily, more like he's just trying to make them like his performance a little.
Yeah, it will.
I mean, and I'm okay with that, except for the fact that he mentioned somebody paid him to do this.
Yeah, so he basically had used a spell to. So basically, the idea behind Charm Person is that people view his words as if like they're your best friend. So basically, it's to make whatever he was saying favorable. So it's not like you were saying, it was not like he was trying to control everyone to do something, but he was clearly trying to make his song be more impactful than it would have been normally.
But someone employing a bard like him would know that if he uses that it would possibly also put a favorable impression on more people about whoever he's singing.
I wonder if you could use your scry thoughts to see who actually paid him to do that. So,
detect thoughts?
Yeah, Saska will say in a very much lower voice. Like, I'll go and basically try and get him to think about who paid him, and you can use the... I'm not sure if you want to do that, because it might be a little underhanded, and I know that Shirazi is...
I mean, I'm sure we can assume it's Aurelius basically paying him to go do this shit. I don't think we need to go through those, like...
But the thing is I want to use that against Aurelius if he tries to cause shit during the council meeting.
So, I was going to ask John, as far as casting that, is it illegal for me to cast on someone like that without their permission?
It's definitely not illegal. It's just so the general view of magic for me in my world is people can clearly, if it's a somatic spell where you're doing hand motions, people clearly can tell you're doing a spell, but not everyone will know what spell it is. So you could be casting, for all they know, a fireball, and everyone will like lose their mind and panic and run. Or like you know what I'm saying? Like the peasant people don't have spellcraft to identify what spell you're. They probably just know you're doing a spell, and you could cause like mass panic by not. But this is, in this specific city, is a magical city, so maybe people are more familiar with people just casting spells here and there. But you
basically what John just said. Give it a shot.
So yeah, your general idea is people. It's not like super common for people just to be casting spells willy-nilly, but this is Geffen, so like, I mean, if you're doing a spell and not making a showboat about it, doing it kind of in the corner, like no one's looking, it shouldn't be a problem kind of thing.
Okay.
I mean, I can definitely come up with ways to get around the whole causing panic. You know, you basically act like you're casting something on Escanor when you're actually not.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You said something you guys think would be worth it, or... I
I
want to make a mountain out of a molehill.
No, I think that, this goes to the heart of is Aurelius actively lobbying for, being the next ruler of Geffen?
Well, that, and we don't actually have to do that here. If we do decide that this is something we need to investigate, we can allow the council to do that. So I guess I'll go ahead and back off.
I mean, and there's also ways to, corner a specific person, not in the general view of a very, very overpopulated.
That's true. Is this the next day? Are we on the next day yet, or are we?
I think this is the evening.
This is the evening. Now tomorrow is the council meeting.
Okay, so I say we all get up nice and early, have a nice early breakfast, and get to the council meeting like way before they meet. So if there's a line of petitioners, we can at least try to maneuver to be first. And by maneuver, I mean Saska will just throw people away. Go away. Or have Natalia
start chanting out loud, "Death to those who are in front of me."
I'm casting fireball.
Yeah. So do you guys want to do anything else, or you guys can sleep for the night and wake up in the morning?
Yeah, I think
I
that's.
I don't
After
mean to
all
keep
the
you guys out,
excitement,
but
I just want to go to bed.
I watch all you guys when you're on stream, and I'm looking at Whitney. It looks like she's eating graham crackers, maybe, but then holds up a bag of Ruffles. I'm like, what?
So just quickly, at some point in the night, Sander Sharp will come over to your table and go up to Natalia and say, "Are you? Can I interest you in a drink in my room later? I could tell you more about the next ballad I'm working on."
I stand up and look straight at him and just smile.
You
And then
you
walk
guys
away.
are together?
Yeah, see us all sitting at the same table. Shit for brains. Yeah, we're together.
When he walks up, you can tell you actually say that he's like very drunk, so he's like,
Right. Okay. I probably don't say shit for brains, but I probably say yes. See us all at the same table.
so yeah,
That's not coincidence.
you can tell when he walked over, he was like kind of like wobbly, and he was like he like was only looking at Natalia, and then when he like gets there, he like looks around and notices you all sitting there, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't realize you kept such great company." But yes, can I interest you in that drink?
You look a little too tasty, not in the way you would like, so I'm gonna
Oh.
have to take a hard pass.
Hard pass. Hard pass.
He's like slightly confused because you called him tasty, but then said no. So he's kind of like just like super confused and.
I look him up and down. I'll come back to your room.
Oh, I am flattered. I am flattered, dear friend, but not tonight. I was
I
more
get up
interested
and lean really close and say, "Have you ever made it with an elf?"
roll me a charisma check.
Okay.
Oh,
God, I hope I
God.
don't succeed.
Please.
It's gonna be funny.
Please succeed.
Nat 20.
Please succeed.
You beat his thing. Well, I mean, it's true. I've never been with an elf.
Looks like Sasuke
Did you want
getting
to?
his information.
Did you want to return to my room and hear my ballad?
Sure, I'll meet you there.
All right. And he like scribbles something down and leave it on the table. It's his room number, or whatever. And then he stumbles away and heads to his room.
Shirazé kind of looks at Sasuke and says, "No glove, no love."
Didn't we have a hat of disguise? Yeah, that was
Are you gonna disguise Natalia? What the fuck? This session's going
He's gonna
very weird.
disguise himself as Natalia.
I think that's what he was asking. But I
Yeah,
don't know.
I'm not gonna go to his room. I'll stand him up.
Okay.
Aww.
Is there anything else you guys want to do this night? You do
There
have
any,
his room number.
Are there
No,
any cheap
actually.
whores? Any cheap whores in the?
Yes, you could find ladies of the night if you so wish, or men
No,
of
no.
the night.
Cheap horse.
I want a cheap whore. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that.
Are you gonna
Um,
order a cheap whore for the bar?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
But yeah, you guys do have his room number. Anyways, yeah. Anything else that night?
No.
Okay.
I do want to get up early though, and I'll go down. If everyone else is awake, great. If not, I will make sure that I have a nice breakfast. Wait,
Sure.
lots of meat for Natalia.
Jesus.
Veggie plate for Shirazé.
Ironically, that was what the bard wanted to give her.
His meat.
He just wanted to share his new song with her. Jesus.
Yeah, but when you're drunk like that, it's not really meat so much as like a gherkin.
Okay.
Also, I forgot to mention during the night, before I went to bed, and after Sasuke was asleep, I snuck some slugs into his slippers.
Can you delete that cat throwing up? That's just gross. I keep having to see it.
Oh, sure.
What? Where?
It's a cat puking in
Oh, I can't see if it's
the
in
Discord
Discord.
channel. That's okay. Now it's just Man at Arms.
Okay. Did you guys want to do anything?
Thanks, Wit. Appreciate that. No, just have the nice big breakfast.
You do so. If you're... Are you looking to do anything else, or did you want to just head to...
I want to take the slugs out of my shoes and put them in Wit's bra.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Oh my god, Wit is laughing so hard right now. She's gonna throw up.
Just like the cat.
Just like the cat, yep. No, I don't. I do want to get dressed in my... Remember before we had the extra nice clothes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When we went to meet the King Frontier, I think?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna put those clothes on.
You mean the King of Geffen?
Yes.
And
One of those kings.
Shiraze will also dress in her finery. She's not getting quite as glammed up as when she had like ample time to prepare to see the king, but she's gonna have her nice clothes on and her crown and all that
I'm
good
gonna
stuff.
shine up my cloak and.
Sure.
I'm doing absolutely nothing.
You're gonna go naked.
I'm just wearing my normal ass armor. Last time y'all got gussied up, we end up having to fight shit, and none of y'all had your armor.
You're right. So you not putting armor on is totally gonna make a difference.
I mean, I just put my armor on under my kimono.
I put her armor on under my armor.
Okay.
No.
So the count. You guys know that the council meeting is happening like on this like far peak, overlooking kind of near the city.
We doing that teleporter thing again? Because that
Nope.
didn't work out well last time.
You
Okay, so
are-
I'd like to get there at like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. What time's council meeting?
like 11 a.m.
Okay,
ish.
well, then we'll get there nice and early. You guys don't want to wait. You don't have to. I'll wait.
We had Sasuke use his feet where he can stay up all night, and he went and staked out a chair like outside the building, get us a place in line.
Exactly. I've
So-
made friends with a local cat who just does nothing but throw up.
Jesus. So basically, this area is like where all like the common people are, behind this line, like this way.
I remember this map.
You shouldn't. But yeah, like
I don't
basically,
remember it.
yeah. So basically, everyone's like behind this area.
Wow, there are people there before me.
No. These are all guards. So like, if you get there
Oh,
early,
okay.
like all the council members and guards will be here. But like, there's not many people here. Some people are here, but depending on how early you go. But yeah. But as you come up, they will kind of reposition and be like, "Oh, excuse me, the meeting isn't." So these guys here are similar to the ones that Escanor saw at the barracks. They're heavily armored. These are those shitty guards that you guys saw before. They're kind of like...
Did we recognize any of them?
No, they're... you just recognize they're wearing the same kind of outfit. So you know that they kind of have like a combination of spellcasting and like slight warrior type things. But these guys, you don't recognize any of them as ones you've met
Yeah,
previously.
I won't push or anything. I just say I'm just getting here early. How are you today?
Good citizen, stand back and don't come up here. The council members
Well,
only.
I'm just gonna give you a sausage roll, but
No, thank you. It's a very odd thing to do.
what? You guys don't eat sausage rolls?
Not right now. We're on duty. But
All
thank
the soldiers in Geffen are vegetarians. You've offended them.
It's vegan sausage. What are you talking about? Okay, I will wait for something else to happen.
you. Nothing
I
special
will
happens.
I will pet Mirka.
You just see actually these guys. If you came early, they were all just kind of talking over here.
Okay. I tell Mirka to go make friends with one of the guys. Go say hi. Go say hi. Seriously, I'm seriously doing that.
Sure. He looks oddly at it and says, "Make sure this beast is under control. I don't want it rushing up here. If it does, I will have no choice."
Beast? Her name is Mirka. Say hello. She likes to be scratched behind the ears.
Okay. He
Come on,
hesitantly
Mirka's
reaches a hand to scratch its ears.
Okay, I have her attack. No,
Go for it.
Roll
I know.
initiative.
I know. Mirka senses his discomfort and comes back to me.
You people are very odd.
Whoa. You people?
What am I? Some kind of what am I? Some kind of clown? Is that what I am?
No. I just meant the group of you. It seems like you're all here together. You're all very odd.
Wait till you see what she can do with her necklace.
Okay, and he kind of just like
Saska, shall we not?
but yeah, did you guys want to do anything specifically while you're here early? Like,
They don't seem like they want to talk very much.
the guards
How about
know, but
How about this guy over here?
sure. What do you want to talk to him about?
How's it going, buddy? We ran into some of your kind when we went to see the king the other day.
Your kind? What do you mean? Similar
Yeah,
guards?
your
I mean?
guards. Yeah.
Yes.
I must say, you were very effective.
Thank you. We are trained specifically to guard the king, and as well attend special functions like these.
Yes, you did a good job. Have you met my cat, Mirka?
No, I have not. It looks like a wonderful creature.
Say hi, Mirka. Say hi. Okay.
He's gonna
I'm
roll
done.
handle it. Ooh, not bad. He tries
Okay,
to pet it.
she purrs at him a little bit, and then we go back over and stand.
He has a big
Saska's like,
smile on his
"We'll
face.
Let him live.
Is he human?
Yes, he is human.
Okay. It probably shouldn't have been that nice then. There was a falsity to the niceness in case he was sensing motive.
No, he was not.
Okay,
but
sorry, I don't want to hold up the game anymore.
no, it's fine. Yeah, so these guys are all just chatting up here. And as you the longer you wait, the more people are filing into like this area here.
Okay.
Is there anything specific you wanted to do, or do you just want to wait?
Well,
For
I have Mirka make like angry cat noises if they try to cut in line.
There's no line. It's just like a mass like people just standing around like waiting to listen to like what happens at this meeting, basically.
I'm gonna see if I can hear anything they're talking about.
Sure, make me a perception check. DC 25 to hear whispers.
Oh, they're whispering. That sucks.
Yeah, they're not like outwardly like talking loudly. They're all whispering to each other.
Oh,
The one time.
Yeah, you get a +2 though, right, for humans? Or
it doesn't matter. I wrote a roll to 20.
okay, yeah. Nope, you guys can't hear it. It's getting noisy. Ooh.
Ooh, Escanor's like, I think I heard a.
Oh shit. So
I have
Shiraz.
bigger cat ears.
So Escanor barely doesn't hear them, but Shiraze does. So at the okay, roll me a d20 to see what part of the conversation you would overhear at this specific moment that you're listening in.
No whammies.
Okay, so at this time when you're listening, you actually hear Zerilius going up to this guy over here, who you recognize is Gillis. He's in charge of like communications and trade with other nations.
Oh shit! Zerilius is already up there. I thought you meant he was in the crowd.
No. He's all the council members are up here.
He's part
Okay.
of the town.
So I know it doesn't matter now, but since I noticed Zerilius, I am completely focused on him now.
Sure.
He's the little finger of the bunch.
I'm pretty sure the gnome is the little finger.
So yeah, this specific moment you overhear is really saying like, and yes, the trade must continue. You must make sure that we're still showing strong force to the other nations, that we haven't skipped out on any typical trades. And he's just talking about like making sure they don't miss payments on and still maintaining their normal buying and selling and stuff. And you just hear him respond like saying, "Yes, of course. Don't tell me how to do my job," and
So
blah blah blah. They're just
he's
talking about that.
acting like he's taking charge.
Yeah, you get the idea that he's like kind of giving orders, but like he doesn't have any authority to do so. So like it's more like he's like, yeah, make sure you're doing this, and this guy's kind of like, yeah, that's my like, don't tell me what to do. Like I'm doing my own, like I know what to do, kind of thing.
He's the
You-
office
you tell him.
administrator.
I want to propose a new office. It's called the Office of Zerilius as a Douchebag.
Nice.
I nominate myself as council member. Okay, so we'll wait until it's council meeting.
Okay. Yeah. So does anyone want to do anything specifically, or are you guys just waiting until like the actual meeting starts?
And does anyone want to take charge of presenting our case? Would you like me to do it? I don't want to step on any toes. So. Escanor, okay.
I mean,
Italian?
I was gonna say Shiraza. She would kind of know more what's going on in Geffen style.
Alrighty.
so this meeting is typically it's like a public forum meeting where these leaders are meeting to discuss stuff. there's no like at any point like normally people to just like go up and start talking to them. So I mean, you guys can do that.
So
I'm just saying that's not normally.
I want to step forward
thing.
to whichever guard looks like they're in charge and say, if we wanted to request a private meeting with the council, how would we do so? This is important in regards to King, his last words, etc., etc.
Oh, that's quite important. It's a tough thing to call the council together. Usually one of the council members calls it together, but if you have such pressing matters, perhaps we can make an exception and you can tell what you need to say today after they've discussed what they need to discuss.
Okay, I just want
Jeanette,
to,
all
and
the
I
council
sort of,
members are here?
I'm sort of like raising my voice a little bit, but like not like yelling. I just want to reiterate, this is very important in regards things that the king told us in his fight with the demon regarding his spell book, his last words.
What's going on here? Oh, I recognize you guys. These are my. So this is Aurelius coming up. These are the people that helped rescue me and helped the city. I heard you say you need to discuss something the king has told you personally.
Is he on the council?
Yes.
Out of character.
Yep.
So Shiraze will smile and say, I'm glad you were able to make use of the wand I gave you to heal the...
Why,
She
yes.
says that loudly so that everyone can hear.
Why, yes, using your wand made the difference between life and death for some people.
And you're looking well, Zerilli.
Oh, sorry, what did you say? He's looking well?
Yes,
Yes.
you are. I was hoping we could, have a private discussion with the council.
A private
believe
discussion.
What we have to say, and I'm saying this loud enough so they can all hear me.
Yeah, you see
What
the
we
rest of
have
the
to say
council
is
is looking at you
important
guys.
While he's talking to Zerilius, I'm like trying to catch the headmaster's eye, and I'm kind of like waving at him if he looks and notices.
Yeah, you see him looking at you, and he kind of just like gives you like a nod, like he recognizes you. Or does he? You can't tell if he remembers you or not.
He's just
But
thinking like,
he's like
"Who is
acknowledging.
that
He's
random
acknowledging
person
you.
waving at me.
Listen here, I'll have you know that there are not very many catfolk that study in Geffen, so he
It's
probably
true.
remembers.
I thought Amaro was a catfolk.
No.
Oh,
Ooh, Amaro's human?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
So sorry, you asked him for a private meeting?
A private discussion with the council, yes. There are things that we need to discuss that I don't think the common people should be made aware of.
Oh, yes. I mean, after our meeting right now, we are all here right now. So after I guess we could tell the common people to leave. But you think the common people shouldn't hear? Usually, everything to do with the council's in the open.
I find that your average person is not ready to deal with certain truths about enemies and enemies of states.
He nods. I guess I see your point and don't want to cause any mass panics. Yes.
I mean, and I step forward if the guards let me and sort of get
Yeah,
near him.
he's acknowledged you guys are like friendly,
Okay.
like they're
So
kind of just
I'm
backed
talking
up.
to him now rather quietly because I don't want the people behind me to hear and say, do you really want to discuss demons in earshot of the people?
Yes, I mean, people did see that creature the king was facing off. It was quite demonic. I think people kind of have an idea, but yes, maybe you're right. Maybe a more subtle approach. But yes, I can keep the council in place after our meeting and wait till the commoners have left and you can speak freely amongst them, most likely.
If that's what needs to be done, then that's what needs to be done.
I nudge Natalia and ask if she still has the autograph from.
Nod at you.
I ask if I can have it.
Don't give
Sure,
it to
I'll hand it to
Saska.
you.
What'd you say? Jaeger?
Don't hand it to Saska.
Oh no, no, I'm not heading it to paper shredder. Okay, so Shiraze takes the photo and she goes over to Zerilius and she's like, "Here, your boy has a gift."
Your boy has a gift for you.
Oh, we got a photo autograph?
Not a photo, it was just like a piece of paper.
Oh, okay. Piece of paper. All right. The autograph then.
Oh,
Piece of candy.
He looks at it and he says, "Oh, one of the bards singing the tales of the battle from the other day. It's not my boy, but thank you. You don't want his autograph? I heard he's quite a good bard."
Oh, he already gave it to me. This one's for you. You know,
Oh,
he was singing your song and all.
oh yes. He met me on the road and he insisted he wrote a song about our chance meeting, and he was watching me heal everyone and help everyone. Quite a nice man.
Really?
Shiraz
Call-
just
call
nods
that
and she
somebody's
goes
kingdom.
back over to her.
Do you say that?
Yep.
Oh, well, I mean, it's not a big secret. I did fund his creation of a ballad, of course. Bards can't work for free.
Agreed.
And yeah, if you guys don't have anything else to say, he will step back up.
Shiraz whispers to Natalia, "Hey, sorry. Hope you weren't wanting to hang on."
I roll at you.
I walk over. I say, if you miss it, here's his room number.
But yeah, if you guys are still nothing else, then the meeting will officially start as Zerilius will loudly just kind of announce the beginning of the meeting. Basically, he'll say fellow council members, I've called this meeting as clearly our city has been attacked and left vulnerable to the outside world. We must make a decision of who is to assume intermediate rulership of the city while we await a proper ceremony of selecting the next leader. As he says this, there's kind of like a not a mumbling, but there's chatter amongst the common people, they didn't think someone would be a leader would be picked or whatever. It's interesting stuff going on.
So I'm going to step close to everyone, so everyone, only my immediate party can hear me. And I said, "Are we interrupting here? Are we going to let them go?" Because I personally want to yell out, "What about the king's wishes?"
I'm gonna say not yet. Let's see how this plays.
Okay.
So yeah, he will just keep going, and he'll say it's imperative that we, as a council, select someone to be interim leader. We should each make a nomination for this person, one of the council members, to assume this role, and whoever has the most votes should assume this role. And I must be clear here that this is only temporary, and it's to ensure we do not look vulnerable to the other nations, as the king is missing. And I don't want to presume his death, but there are extensive search efforts, and none have been able to recover any sign of his body. But the other word of this will reach the other. Yep. Sorry, did you want to say something?
I'm sorry. Yes, I do. But when he says that, I look to the party again. I say, again, we have information that can be pertinent to this because they don't even know where to look.
We've told multiple people where we found his body,
Okay.
or where we thought his body would be.
There's at least 2 people on that council that should know where we last saw him.
That is true.
Let's see how they vote, and then we'll decide whether to say anything.
Okay. Yeah. So he keeps going, and he says, "In times of attacks like this, history has told us that other nations seek to capitalize on the chaos and the insanity going on in the cities when the leaders are down. So I want to ensure that doesn't happen to us. We do have a strong alliance with most of the countries, but it doesn't hurt to be careful. Alliances can fall apart fairly quickly, especially when Geffen is showing weakness." You'll notice the other council members kind of nod, as clearly there has been times in history where leaders have fallen and other nations have made attacks or anything, something like that. Clearly past events have happened that indicate this is true, kind of thing.
Okay. I look at everyone else and again, very quietly say, I want to detect magic. But I'm worried that everyone's going to think I'm casting fireball.
If you give me a stealth check, you can blend in with the crowd and cast a spell unnoticed. Versus their perception, of course, but I mean they're not looking directly at you, so it'd have to be a very good perception check to notice you doing this. Did you want to do that now, or did you want me to...
Nah. These are some high-level casters. I'm sure they're gonna.
Well, so I'll just tell you that. Okay, so they're not like looking at you, right? So they're like kind of looking at Zerilius. The guards are kind of looking at the crowd, but if you're attempting to move in the crowd, I'm gonna give you like a hidden bonus to do this, so you don't know if people see it or not. So Shiraze, you kind of back into the crowd as I guess Sasuke said that in character, like you wanted to cast a spell or detect magic.
That's what I was. That's
Yes. I said it out loud, but very quietly, so trying to prevent other people from hearing.
Okay, so I'm just gonna make a roll here.
But I get 3 extra from my cat familiar. By the way.
Yeah, I'm giving bonuses or minuses on either side that are unknowns to you. But yeah, you start casting detect magic, and it does not look like anyone's like panicking or looking at you. And sorry, so what are you doing? You're just detecting magic, I guess, up to here?
Yes.
Okay. So, Jesus, I didn't think you would do this. You get a lot of magical auras and strength from here. Wait. From this area.
Where's Aurelia?
He is outside of her reach, right? 60 feet. Yeah, you can't. You basically get up to here. So you're getting a lot of magical strength from this area.
I mean, the headmaster of GIF and this academy. That makes sense.
Yes. You are getting no other... Let me just make sure. You radiate some weak auras over here. And that's
what I was really
it.
hoping for to see if Zerilius was casting something like on.
Like
sorry. So
charm
each
person or something.
Yeah, something like that.
yeah, you would get a spell. I would let you know, like you would get a spellcraft check. He's not casting anything. But sorry. So each, I keep forgetting what the range is here. Okay, yeah. So you'll get weak magic from this, very strong magic from there. And weak magic auras from this area here. Yeah, you can.
And
see
who's
that,
this guy here?
Who's this guy here? That is Tony, Master of Coin.
Okay, and who's this guy here? I'm guessing this.
Gillis, Master of Trade. This is Torin, Master at Arms.
He's a dumbass. I don't like him. Okay, I will let it continue.
Yeah, so then he goes around and he says each council member should vote for an interim person, and I will start. I nominate Nazio, the headmaster of Geffen. And then it goes to... I guess it'll go...
Well, that I mutter, that's surprising.
And then... the next person to speak up is Torn, Master Arms, and he says, Leader interim, I think, my vote is for Zerilius. He's proven himself to be quite a leader in this time. He's the one who called the meeting, and his proposals for a temporary leader are quite reasonable, and I vote for Zerilius.
Shiraze coughs. She's like, "That's a surprise."
Then the Master of Coin kind of peeks up and he says, "Zerilius sounds like a reasonable choice. He's always been reasonable with his requests for the budget of Geffen, so he's shown quite the leadership in these past few days. My vote is for Zerilius." And then
I knew it was gonna go this way.
And then Gillis, the trade and Master of Trade and Communications, kind of thinks to himself for a bit and he says, I guess Zerilius is a fine choice then. Then it goes to Nazio, and give me perception checks as you guys are looking at him. Ooh. Ooh, so Natalia and Saska, you look at Nazio's expression and you can tell he looks very concerned. Like, you see him look at, like, you guys were watching everyone, and as each person gave their response, you noticed Nazio's expression, like, he was like very confused and like eyes squinting, like he's deep in thought as each person were giving their answers. And he kind of looks around, looks back at Zerilius, and he says, "Oh, yes, I guess yes, Zerilius would be the fine choice here, I think."
So at that point, Shiraze, using the cover of the crowd, will call out, "A non-arcane user in charge of Geffen? This is an outrage! A cleric can't be a leader of Geffen!"
Roll me a stealth check to try to hide amongst the crowd and make sure they don't know it's you saying it. And I'll give them a perception check. Yeah, so there's a lot of people here and you're saying this and no one can really see where you are exactly. And the guards will come like, "Silence! Silence from the crowd!" And Zerilius will have heard that and he'll step forward and he says, "Yes, yes. I don't claim to be the leader, of course. It's only temporary. As the council has spoken, I did nominate Nazio, but it's clear it is true. I am quite the leader, and I can handle this situation. And there's nothing to worry about. It's only temporary. Once the city is stable, we will organize the trials of magic, and the council will nominate the leader next." And yeah, he will kind of step back after that, and people kind of like are like, they don't seem to be like super upset about this. They just like, because he said it's only temporary. It's not like a super like, he doesn't say he's now the leader and you must follow him. It's kind of like, seems like a reasonable thing.
Yeah, this is how someone manipulates and gets power. They just say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna hold a tournament, of course," and then they just keep pushing it back.
But yes, he will. Did you guys want to do anything else? As he steps back up to the podium.
Nope.
So at this point, Shiraze will step forward so that they know that it's her that's saying that and say, "I don't know if you all want to put your trust in Zerilius. Apparently, he isn't very good against attacks. I mean, he was bested by some pretty weak clerics that we took care of pretty easily."
"Mind your tongue," says this guard up here. And Zerilius will say, No, it's fine. Actually, as first order, as regent of Geffen, these heroes before you were seen protecting the king's spellbook. And I now call on them up here to present the spellbook to the council, as they've saved the city a great deal of trouble." And the guards will kind of like let you pass to walk up. And these guards will kind of...
I knew he was going to set us up. In fact, Sasko will even say that. I knew he was going to set us up.
This guy was like, "All right, step forward. He's called on you."
So Shiraze goes forward and she says, "First of all..."
Hey, don't move me.
Are you not moving forward?
I am not stepping forward.
Okay, so they'll come over like, you must go up there. They're calling you up.
I don't have to do anything. I'm not a citizen of Geffen. You have no hold over me.
So you are refusing the interim king's choice to...
King? I'm sorry, did you just call him your king?
He's the interim king.
Really? Did he take part in the magical duel to determine who the king is?
He's not the official king. He's the interim king.
Okay, then I'm interim, not a member of Geffen. You've no jurisdiction over me. I don't have to do anything.
You are in our city and you will abide by our rules. Step forward. Okay. They draw their swords.
I can certainly... Seriously, they're going to draw their swords on me.
Yeah, you've been requested to step forward by the interim leader.
I am not a member of this town.
I'm looking back at the guards and I'm looking back at Zerilius, and I said, so much for being treated as he.
Now, there's no need for that. If he does not wish to step forward, it's fine. They will draw their swords back and grumble to themselves. Sorry, they are quite literal here. Now, settle down. But I would appreciate if you would step forward and present the spellbook, so we may
Really?
honor you.
How does he know we have the spellbook?
I was just gonna say that. I'm like, Zerilius, how did you know we even had the spellbook?
The last I saw you, you were protecting it from those cretins who were bargaining fake lives for it. You not recall?
But
But
How would
never.
you have
I'm
known
sure.
that?
I'll actually walk up now. But we never actually showed you that we had the spellbook.
You did not, but the enemy assumed you had it, and you said you did when they asked for it. I
It
assume
was
you
a
have
sleight
it.
of hand.
A sleight of hand?
Yes. we
So
were
where
trying-
is the spellbook?
Why do you care?
The spellbook is of the former king is the most important artifact of Geffen.
Oh, wait. So, the king is important then. What about his last words? What about his last wishes?
If only we knew them.
Well, we know
Fortunately
them.
for you, we do.
You do. And what were they? And
Wish
you were
for
with the
a-
king? This is all news to me.
Yeah, I imagine so. You see, there happened to be some catacombs in the temple gardens. It's actually, you wouldn't really notice it unless you move that altar. There's actually some catacombs back, and,
Ugh.
and
Are
those
you sure? We've searched the grounds recently and there's no sign of any catacombs there.
I am positive.
Okay, go on.
So, in the catacombs, we encountered the king fighting that demon or whatever it was in the air that he was fighting
Nabasu.
before. Nabasu.
But he was also fighting that named demon Nabasu. That's not the name of the flying.
Right. Right.
Hmm.
And so, as it turns out, he was wounded, and I went and I healed him. And he put up a wall. He gave us time to escape. He took on this demon himself rather than allow it to pillage the city. And he said to me, as the last words I heard him speak, that he wants Amara to succeed him.
So as you guys are saying this guy kind of comes up and whispers in Zerilius' ear and then goes back.
What's he saying?
Perception check, DC 25 to hear whispers.
Fuck.
He is human, so you have a bonus.
Yeah, but
don't
it's
know.
not. Unfortunately, it's not high enough.
None of you can hear what he was. Oh, shit. So Natalia hears him whisper, Zerilius, our reports are accurate. The other guards said that they saw them leave with the spellbook, and they even asked them for it, and they refused to give it to them. They must have it. And then he'll kind of walk back after he whispers that. Sorry, so what was the last thing you guys said? You guys said...
So basically, the last thing is I revealed that he wished for Amara to
Okay.
succeed.
So yeah, he was kind of like half listening. He laughs. He says, "That is a tall tale indeed, but the king clearly would have known that he cannot appoint his successor, and my astute."
And yet the rumors suggest that many people knew he was grooming Amara to be his successor. Even if he can't name one, he certainly can make it to where she is more prepared to win the competition than
Of
most.
course he could, but as my astute guardians of the court have notified me, that you were seen leaving the tower with his spellbook, and when they asked for the spellbook, you said you were protecting it, and you were under the orders of the king to protect it. So where is the
Think about
spellbook?
it, Zerilius. We met up with the king. Of course, we gave him his spellbook.
Now you did have the spellbook, and now you gave it back to the king. Your story is not lining up with what you're saying.
Well, neither is you becoming the regent. I mean, you talk about.
What do you mean? You just witnessed it. I was voted democratically.
And
Right,
yet
but
a
that's not
vote
how
is
things are done.
Exactly. A vote isn't how we determine who's the next king.
It-
For that
I
matter,
am
I'm
not-
betting that I could be the next king. I'm pretty sure I could best you in that.
Well, I think you'd be the queen. But anyways, you are perfectly allowed to do that. I am not the leader of Geffen. I am the interim regent who is waiting until we are able to hold the contest. So
Why can't you do it now?
the city is in shambles. We need to recover from our... We don't have time to organize such a thing. Anyways, I'm not the one on trial here.
Wow,
you
that,
are.
That sure,
Where is the
plays into
spell
your hand.
book?
I don't have to tell you.
First of all, as I said, the spellbook is probably with the king. I do not know where it is at this time.
You were last seen with the spellbook, and now it is missing.
You were last seen with the spellbook, and now it's missing.
No, I was not.
Oh, then neither were we.
We have royal guards who are sworn to testimony has said that you are... Well, they asked to recover the book after you heroically saved it, and you insisted it stayed with you. Is this true or false? Are
Then
my
you
guards
are
lying?
You are more than welcome to take it off me.
So
Oh
you
boy,
have it?
Saska's getting naked
I'll
again!
get naked again.
That
But
is...
I assure you, you will not find it amongst our possessions because we don't have it.
Well, you must know where it is.
No, actually,
Perhaps.
You don't. She just told you it was with the king.
and as a matter of fact, Zerulius, we didn't want everyone to know that we were bringing the king his spellbook. Obviously, if that was why the people were attacking, then, you know, you can see why it might not want to be public knowledge. But since you asked, then yes, we gave it to the king.
So he, as you're talking, he walks back and he kind of puts his hands like against the thing, like he's like frustrated, and he says, "We'll get to the bottom of this. For now, to the dungeons with these people."
On what grounds? You
On
seriously
grounds
going to
that
arrest us?
the stories aren't lining up, and I want these questions answered, and I don't want you leaving town until I've had...
I don't care what you want. You're not my king.
You're in Geffen, and you will obey our rules. And the guards will draw their blades.
Okay.
Actually,
So I step forward.
You
and I
want to
say,
start
"Do
an
what you
incident
want,
with
but I
Pronto?
promise you, Zerulius, you will regret this.
you will lose your life if you do not comply. And yeah, we
Right.
can...
It's easy to order other people to do your bidding, especially when you're a coward and run away.
So it's 10 o'clock here for me, so I don't know if you guys want to keep going now, but we're basically going to roll initiative, so I don't know if you want to stop here or...
I rolled a
Well,
pretty good initiative, so I'm good to continue.
I actually wasn't going to attack, but
Oh, well, so I was assuming you
I
weren't
mean, I'm
going
not gonna
quietly.
go quietly.
No?
So...
Okay. Just like a quick perception check if you want. These guards are heavily armored and look very tough. And if you want like a battle assessment, I do not think you can win. Yeah.
Okay.
Natalia is like...
I'm gonna look at the.
I mean, you probably could win, maybe. But you will be like murdering council members and leaders of the city and royal guards.
I'm
I don't
gonna
know if you
look
wanna
at the
do that.
gnome and I'm gonna say, "You're gonna allow this to happen." I'm
So
gonna look at all the council members and I'm gonna say, "You're gonna let this guy become a tyrant minutes within electing him."
So
and I make air
We don't
quotes,
even know
regent.
that the king is dead.
So wait, hold on. So I was just trying to rush it just because I was trying to like get a good stopping point because I think Whitney probably has to go soon. But as this is like happening and you guys are showing like protest, Nazio will like make eye contact with Shirazi, like kind of like like don't worry, like I don't know how to communicate this. He's basically like looking at you like go along with it, like he's like your lives are in danger kind of thing. Like he's looking at you
He's a high level wizard. I'm sure he can project a thought directly into her head.
he's not gonna cast a spell in front of everyone.
Okay.
But yeah, he's portraying this.
He's basically trying to tell me to go along with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll
Alright.
put my hand on Shiraze's shoulder and just like be like, it's okay, just let it happen. We'll figure this out.
Right? Shirazi's the one we always have to worry about.
She did cut someone's throat earlier in the game. I don't know if people remember
For
that.
annoying
Just-
me.
I just want to make sure that I make eye contact with all the rest of the council members and say, "You're already starting to regret this. I can tell you that." He's a tyrant within minutes of being elected regent.
As
Shiraze
you-
kind of.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say Shiraze is kind of, Except her headmaster, she kind of is, kind of getting the gist of what he's, saying. But she kind of is looking at everyone else coldly, and she says, "You all are fools to allow him to manipulate you into making him believe."
Whoever is addressing the other council members, just give me a quick perception check. I think Whitney had to go, so I don't want to do too much. Ooh, shit.
I'm okay with the stopping point here. So
Yeah, I just want to give this quick thing out just because I don't want to forget. So only Sasuke notices this, but you, or maybe Natalia too. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they're charmed. So.
Yeah, you look at their eyes and you see like a slight like glaze over on them. They don't appear to be comprehending what you're saying to them.
Okay.
Except for
again,
Nazio. Nazio looks completely normal.
Right. I look at Nazio and I point to each of them, and I make this.
I can't see what you're doing, but I assume you're like indicating to him, and he
sort
of
a shrug. Hey,
Yeah, so you kind of get the idea he's aware, and he's trying to let you guys get out of this without risking your lives. He's probably under the impression that if he's to do anything, his life is at risk, or everyone's life is at risk here.
Should have taken this guy out a long time ago.
Should have taken him out when we found him at the temple.
Take him out right now.
Go for
I
it.
thought about it, but all right.
Okay, I will allow myself. Yeah, exactly. I will allow myself to be taken.
Okay, yeah. So we'll start next session where you all are being like basically taken to the prisons.
Okay.
Don't worry, Regicide is on the list. Sasuke.
I'll just type out the experience and stuff, or do you want to just do it now? I don't just feel bad because Whitney's not here, but
I'll let her know.
Yeah, we can just type it out. But I'm gonna turn off my stream for now.